Hello, everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land. Welcome to the second session of the Tal'Dorei campaign, story arc number 2. Now, before we jump right into the action, as per usual, we have open slots. If you're watching this, more than likely you like D&D, and what you can do is go on over to twitch.tv/GeoForUsAll and type open slots with an exclamation point in front of it in the chat. Then it'll show you all of the slots we have open for you to jump into. Our community is pay to play, and it does fund everything that happens, including the sweet overlays and such, which reminds me, I just got paid by Twitch, which means I have to now start preparing a new overlay for a game of my choice and commission someone to do that, so that'll be a lot of fun. Maybe it'll be this one, maybe it'll be another one, but we will find out regardless. So yeah, be sure to let us know if you are interested in joining any of our games. More importantly right now, Yurik is now petting a puppy. Hello, puppy. You are more important than everything. Always and forever. Remember that. No sarcasm at all. Additionally, if you cannot do that, please consider donating to us, and your donations go to fund the channel yet again, like we just mentioned. That'll give you the opportunity to give viewer inspirations to the DM or to a player of your choice. Keep in mind that players cannot hold more than one viewer inspiration at a time, but you can also give out things like ominous warnings, random encounters, generated NPCs that can encounter the party as well, so on and so forth. All you have to do is let us know and give us that quick donation. Aside from that, we're going to jump right into the action. And I'm surprised I didn't cover this beforehand. Did anybody want to give us a recap of what happened last time here in Tal'Dorei? Jimmy.
I was going to say, maybe Prissa or Corbin need that inspiration.
Prissa, do you want that inspiration?
I think Corvin's got it.
Corvin.
Okay, sure.
There you go.
After a year-long break of the previous group dealing with a situation in the, what was it at? Ruins of Fort Daxio, yes? Or was it the Ivory Heart Thicket?
Mhm.
I don't remember.
Ivory Heart Thicket.
Yeah. Yep. Ivy Heart Thicket. The party decided to take a break and kind of focus on some goals they had. Losing some members and gaining some new ones, the party regrouped back together in Iman, where they were brought in by Vox Machina to go over some of the issues that have happened while they've been gone. Joining the party now is a quirky, talkative gnome, Jimmy. Who,
Halfling, thank you.
Halfling, sorry. Yep,
Yes,
halfling.
he's not that ugly.
Yep. Halfling Jimmy, who is an artificer. He tinkers, he messes around with things. Also joining the party is a rogue Corvin elf, who seems to be taken over as kind of a bodyguard watcher of Prissa. And the group met up at, can't remember what it's called. Grayskull Keep, thank you. But at Grayskull Keep, where they were going over what some of the possibilities are to slay this beast, this Voleric, under the Ivy Heart Thicket. It seems that his essence is seeping out past what Pike can contain, and they may need to turn to the Raven Queen, since he himself is a follower or an angel of the Raven Queen who has fallen out of her grace. The party is looking to travel up to Raven's Nest and hopefully find what could help them save Tal'Dorei.
Yes. Now, before everyone else went to sleep, Prissa decided she was going to go and take a walk through the streets of her hometown in Iman. Somebody please mute yourself. I hear a lot of feedback.
Me.
Thank you. Prissa was going for a walk, and Corvin, for some reason, was sticking very close by, out of sight, just, watching over her. And during her long trekking journey, once she made it out of the nicer portion of Iman and into a much more unsavory sort, there is a quick movement by an unseen assailant who leaped out of nowhere, tackling Prissa off her phantasmal steed. And that is where we're going to pick up. Now, Prissa, You immediately rear back, staring up at this gnome. Big, wide smile, missing a couple of teeth in their mouth, smiling down at you with a row of costume jewelry around their neck.
Prissa's gonna go ahead and quote unquote grapple back this
Okay.
gnome. She knows.
All right. Corvin, from about 2 blocks away, you see Prissa starting to like wrap around and hold on to them. You're muted.
Is Prissa screaming or anything?
Prissa, are you?
It's you.
Roll
That sounds threatening to me.
insight.
It's been a
8.
long time.
It's kind of hard to tell. I mean,
Alright, I'm pulling the bow out and getting it ready.
you watch as a second one moves closer and runs through the street and leaps on top of both of them, jumping on top of a pile now. You look over and like you see the straw-like hair, a little bit unkept, and the very nice gown that has a few too many patches inside of it. As the two of them are over top of you, just, oh my God, Prissa, how you been? Oh, Prissa, you've been so good. Oh my God, you're looking fantastic. Oh, I like these new robes. Oh, they're fantastic. This is so great. That is awesome.
Thank God. It just puts the.
Prissa,
Hey,
you
Mom.
recognize these
Hey,
two.
Dad.
Yep. Oh, come on. And they lift you up by the hands. Oh, how are you?
I'm doing well. I learned a new spell. Like you tackled me off my phantom horse, and I'm sure like they didn't hit the horse, right? So
No,
it
they
should
just
still be there.
tackled you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the horse is still there, just like watching us.
Yeah.
In a ghostly way.
Ah. Well, that's pretty fun. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, so we see you're full Lyceum member. I thought you were being a little tricky there. Good for you. How'd you convince them to do that?
I had some help, but
Uh-huh.
I also studied really hard.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Totally. That makes you up. Come on now. You know she's always been a bookworm. Don't judge her just because she prefers her nose in a book rather than her nose in someone's ass. Shut up, woman. It's fine. Oh my God. You know, it's been so long. He starts roughing your hair up and running it all around.
Dad, stop.
It's cool. Hey, who's the creepy guy following you down the street?
What? The what?
He points directly at Corbin, who's like halfway hiding behind a barrel. Your stealth was really shit.
Corvin, what are you doing? Come out now.
Yeah? Oh, hello.
You see this fairly thick looking gnomish man like saunter up to you. He has like the fadings of a 5 o'clock shadow, but it's only like a neck beard of sorts with mismatched teeth missing from his mouth and very overly greased, drawn back hair. Approaching closer to you and goes, "What are you doing?"
Well, Mom, Dad, this is my my
work
bodyguard.
with your daughter?
Corvin.
Work with, but you get bodyguards now?
Well, I mean, it happens sometimes, you
Well-
know.
Well, boy, he goes up and kicks you in the shin. It's not very hard, and goes, "Why the hell were you letting people attack her out of nowhere? You're supposed to make sure no one gets to like touch her or anything like that, right? Isn't that your job?"
Well, I'm pretty sure he realized that, like, you know, you were who you were.
It must
Sir,
be the
I feel
family
that-
resemblance. He goes over, throws his arm over you, smiling.
Indeed. Well, knowing you're safe, I'll give you your own space now.
Nah, nonsense. He goes over, grabs your wrist, and starts dragging you
Please,
over.
please,
Come on.
please,
No. You're gonna eat with us tonight. We're actually in town for a day or two. Yeah, I think a day or two. Okay, yeah, a day or two. So you should come with us.
Huh?
Only a day or two.
Well, yeah.
I
Gotta
mean,
make money somehow.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah. And also Prissa's gonna cast message to whisper to Corvin. It's like, if they have any deals, don't take it. and keep your hands on your coin pouch.
I'll just message back, noted.
So, as the two of you are being escorted, you do have Prissa's mother on your other side, like wrapping your arm around hers and like tucking it over, making you show like you're escorting her through. And she smiles up and, so this was a pretty one, Prissa. It's not that bad. I didn't know you were into the big folk, though.
I mean, it's not like that, Mom. I mean, it's. I mean, I haven't thought about that kind of stuff till recently. I mean, no, no.
Still not thinking about that, huh? Well, I tell you what, if I wasn't, I don't want to say happily, but married. She looks up at you, Corvin, gives you a big wink.
Mom!
If it were to go anywhere, ma'am, I think it'd be a platonic.
Well, you're no boring stick in the mud.
No, Mom, he's just a professional.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Until they get an oogle at the goodies.
I'm gonna try and acrobatics out of this grapple that I'm in right now.
Go right ahead and try. Oh. Okay, that wasn't very high. Okay, you slip through the grip very easily and take a couple of steps back. And she goes,
I'm just gonna check myself real quick.
Alright, roll an investigation.
Oh boy. 6.
Nothing seems to be missing right now.
Which means something's missing.
Nothing seems to be missing right now. Don't worry, just don't leave this page for a moment. Anyways, while this is all happening, you get escorted through the town, heading over towards kind of the boundary of the wall between the seedier area of Amman and the much higher quarters and standings out past it. There's a little row of homes, some may call them row homes, and you enter in through a rear entrance through an alleyway that they kind of seem shifty and like sneakily heading towards. After a few tries at the lock, it finally does open. He goes, all right, everyone come on inside.
And Prissa just enters because, you know, her parents.
I guess I'll enter, yeah.
Alrighty. You duck through the entrance a little bit, but the room itself is pretty big, pretty high ceilings. You see that it's very dusty in here. There's a couple of traveling bags that were dropped off right outside the door. Roll me a perception check, Corbin.
$16.
Yes. You look around, and by the amount of dust that lies around here, aside from the table, this room in general looks like it has not been utilized in probably a few months or so. The table itself still seems fairly dirty, but it looks like people might pass by it a few times and, you know, maybe leave stuff on it. As this is happening, your mother turns to you, Pris, and goes, all right, so, why don't you do that little, thing and clean up a little bit around the house real quick? I'm gonna go, make our guests a nice little beverage.
Hi, Mom. And Prissa, like, has already, like, started doing that as she's in here, too. And making it smell like vanilla.
So, Mr., what was his name?
His name's Corvin, Mom.
Corvin, Mr. Corvin. So, how did you get in leagues with the Lyceum? It's quite an outstanding position for any individual, isn't it?
Lyceum? What do you mean by that?
The school. I assume, like, all official members of the Lyceum get bodyguards or Prissa? Or are you paying this man out of pocket?
Oh, of course. No. The school pays for me, actually.
Roll deception.
Yeah, someone, his fees are paid for by someone else, Mom.
10. Oh, that was a horrible roll.
She stares at you for a while and looks over at you, Pris, and goes, "Uh-huh." Gives you a little wink.
It's not like that.
Listen. We all have our own wills. We have our own powers. Why not use it a little bit? You're cute. It's fine. It's understandable making boys fall in love with you. It's as easy as that. How do you think I got your father? Keeping me perpetually drunk did it.
I assure you nothing like that is happening.
No problem. She hands you a small little cup with slightly warmed tea inside of it, Corvin. Just pushes it over to you and, places another cup for herself down on the table.
I do make a lot of teas and coffees. I did say that in the year-long thing we did.
Yeah.
Can I inspect it?
Yeah.
To see how it is?
Roll a medicine check.
A medicine check? Oh, God. A 9.
There's a lot of floating leaves in it, as if she just quickly whipped it together, not really getting that much of a heat source for it. It's probably only been brewing for a couple of minutes at this point. I mean, it doesn't really look that good, but it doesn't look god-awful.
I'll take a sip.
Okay.
Can Prissa slyly, before he slips, use prestidigitation to make it taste better?
Oh, sure. What do you make it taste like, Prissa?
She would know what kind of leaves there are, so she would basically make it taste like how it should taste if it was, fully, well done.
Okay. So, it tastes like a very nice blueberry tea. A very common thing here in Amman as well. Kind of bottom of the barrel type of tea that people can buy in bricks and just shave them off and use as they need. However, there is a little bit of a burning after sensation. Presumably some type of whiskey in it.
Okay.
How do you like
Put
it?
it back down. It's quite nice.
Good. So, it's such a coincidence. We're both in town at the same time, and of course we got your letter, Prissa. It was very nice of you. Leave it right there on the table for us. Hey, where's the letter? I don't fucking know where the letter is. You're supposed to hold on to the letter. Whatever.
So,
Yeah?
what have you two been up to in the last months?
Oh, this, that, traveling around, making a few new friends. She looks at Corvin and then looks back at you and goes, do that little thing. Pointing at you.
Quick question, Jero. Which thing is she talking about? Because I've got a lot of things.
This is the thing you have to do whenever you message, is point at them.
Oh, the message?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, Prissa messages.
Okay. And she replies with, you probably don't want to spend much time over at Westrun right now. Family resemblance.
Mom.
What? We made a killing. Not literally,
Well,
obviously. That.
Well, if you're not careful,
We
there'll
were
be
very
more
careful.
killing.
We were very careful. We got out there, man. Corvin, you see this conversation happening wordlessly. You don't really know what's going on, but Prissa clearly looks very disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and the
it's not
father
that
is
big.
doing what? Oh, there he is.
Currently, he's sifting through his bag, looking for something. He has a little bit of a plumber's crack hanging out in your direction, as he is looking through it as well. You see the muffin top starting to form over the jeans.
It's fine. Yep.
Yeah.
Dad, do you need any help over there?
Oh, no, we got you something. Yes. This. He pulls out a wooden horse. A very small one. For you, it looks about, shoulders width, because you're a very small person. It's fairly well designed as well. It looks pretty good. He's like, I remember you said something about you like horses. Hands it over to you.
Yeah, she'll take it, and she's not very strong, so she'll struggle with it a little bit before setting it down.
It's pretty light. Maybe only 5 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. So actually, I guess first of all, Jero, can I see if it's magical at all? Just for
Roll a quick Arcana. At a quick glance, no. Yeah, at a quick glance, doesn't seem, it's ornate, it's nice, it's pretty.
Thanks, Mom, Dad. Also, thank you for the medallion you gave me. I didn't want to use it, but it's been very useful.
Why not? It's so good. Oh, it's so. Listen, pretty boy. That medallion. Do you know how much it cost us?
I don't really
Nothing.
work in.
Nothing. Didn't cost us a penny.
5-finger discount.
4-finger discount. He shows you his hand where he's kind of missing his ring finger.
Parents are thieves, Prissa.
No,
Hey. No, that's a strong word. We don't like that at all. No.
Did you take anything from me?
Of course not. I didn't take anything from you. Go for it.
Corvin, it's not really taking if it's given to.
His smile seems earnest.
Mm-hmm.
His toothless smile. Yeah, we don't like the word thieves. All right, that's a very strong, has a negative connotation. We simply procure items of interest for ourselves from people that will more than likely not miss them. Yeah. I mean, that necklace was just sitting on display in some noble woman's home for years and years, and nobody ever got to use it. I mean, what's the point of having something that beautiful?
Excuse you.
Thank you.
I mean, it's definitely been. I'm glad I have had it.
Good. See, we take care of you, Prissa. That's what we do. We take care of each other, right? He wraps his arm around you and just starts rubbing your shoulders.
I know, Dad, but I don't want you to keep. I want you to stay safe too, and.
Oh, we're so safe. We're super safe, right, honey? Yeah, we are safe as stale bread. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. We're gonna use that for later. Yeah. But we're not gonna need much more help. All right? Just.
Well, if
this next job, if we get it done, we'll be set. We'll be good.
A next job. Corvin, may I speak with my parents in private, please?
He finishes his tea and gets up and says, "Of course."
He gestures over towards a living room. He goes, "If you head in there, we have a few
go outside.
board games." Okay. Well, he's rude.
He's a professional. The promise. This is this last job, and that's
Yeah. Totally.
You'll stop?
Yeah. Definitely.
You promise.
Of course.
Can I do an insight check?
Go right ahead. His smile is so kind and so charming towards you. You want to believe it, and so you do.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be the case.
His role was fucking high.
No, I get it. He's trained at that.
Yeah.
In that case, I really do want you two to stay safe. But
we will. We just need a little bit of help.
What do you need help with?
Well, you know how your Well, I mean, you have all of those books accessible to you now, right, Prissa? I mean, you're the full Lyceum member. I mean, remember, we got you in the school. We paid for it. We took care of you, and we made sure you were always well taken care of, no matter what.
It was also a scholarship, but
Well, I mean, we still had to pay the fee for the application.
yeah.
But
who's the mark?
so there's apparently a professor there who has a multitude of different items of interest that they've been excavating through different areas around Tal'Dorei. And
Just
further-
hearing, sorry,
Go ahead.
just hearing that off the bat, would Prissa be able to like piece together which professor it is?
Roll me a history. There's a couple of professors that are known for dealing in artifacts and stuff like that. But if you're gonna need a few more details, but it will reveal who it is to you. Now, there was apparently a tome found. A book that some pretty good, well-standing scholars really, really want. And they're willing to pay, well, I'll be honest with you, a fortune for it.
Do you know what the book's called?
Tome of leadership? That stands out to you immediately. All of the tomes, there's one copy of each of them in Tal'Dorei, and they are insanely valuable. They are beyond the realm of comprehension for most individuals, and people who are experts of their fields, respectively, need those tomes to further their advancements and their studies in that field.
And just knowing now that I do know the item specifically, would I be able to connect that?
Oh yeah, the headmaster.
That's Mom. That's the headmaster's book.
So
he's the headmaster. He's the leader of the Lyceum. He's the head professor.
And you are Prissa Tristfoot. You have anything that you deserve and need at the tips of your fingers. Now, we're not saying you have to do this. Oh no, of course not. You don't have to do anything, Prissa. And he starts walking around you. But it would be an awful shame if we got caught sneaking in there trying to get it ourselves. I mean, we are nowhere near as amazing as you are, Prissa. Of course not, dear. And we don't have any of the right skills. And, as easy as it is to yell at people, it's much harder to, get past magic. It's just one last job and we're done.
Recently I also met Mrs. Pike.
You see their expressions both harden for just the briefest of seconds when you say that. Oh, well, that's wonderful. That's so nice. You met your childhood hero. That's what she said.
I did, and Prissa's expression is also gonna harden, kind of to match theirs too. It's like, she said she knows you two, and she knows who I am.
Does she seem bothered?
Actually, Jared, did she seem bothered? Because I know that Prissa kind of dipped out a little bit
She
after that.
seemed very soft towards revealing that information to you.
I think she was giving me the benefit of the doubt because I've been helping out and going on adventures,
Oh,
but
that's so amazing. You can definitely tell us all about those adventures. Yeah, we can have a nice little a family camp out again. Yeah. We'll set up a big blanket fort in the living room. Oh, it'll be so nice. It's like we're sleeping under the stars, but we're still having such a good time, and we're cozy, more important.
and if we did have that, you wouldn't do anything? You wouldn't try to trick anyone?
What are you talking about?
I've always said that I don't want you to I want to I want us to change. I want to actually be able to use the name Trickfoot again.
Now, there's nothing wrong with the Trickfoot name. But
Well,
it's kind of, there's...
Well, I mean, we
there's-
can't.
Talk to Pike
can't-
about that.
I
If
don't
you and
wanna-
her are such good friends now, why don't you just go hang out with her all the time?
What? Because I want us to change. I want our side of the family to change. I don't want to bother my great aunt about this whole thing.
Just waves and leans back in the chair. That's the problem with all of that ideology that they have. They think that people are just, oh, now we're gonna be swell old folks again, where, oh, everyone's gonna love each other. We don't get to be like that, Prissa. People like us don't get that. Your mother, myself, we don't. Now, we gave you every opportunity in the world to be whoever you wanted to be, and we worked hard to get to you to that position. All of those books you had to read, we stole them for you. We found them. We got them. Your first cantrip, I was there. Remember? Teaching you, showing you over your shoulder how to use it. And all I ask is a little appreciation. Give a wisdom saving throw, Prissa. Nothing happens.
Would I be aware of anything almost happening?
No. Act normally.
Is that what all this has been? Just getting me into Lyceum? It was just another big setup for this one job?
Of course not.
Insight check.
Go for it. He's a very difficult individual to read. I mean, you've known this man your entire life, and truth and lie are interchangeable for him at will. We wanted you to have the best that you deserved, and we got you that. Is that not a good thing? No one got hurt. Nobody ever gets hurt, Prissa. That's the one thing you never understand. We don't hurt people. We just take.
It's not physically, but I remember I heard about that noble that went bankrupt after.
He didn't know how to manage his money. That's not our fault.
And you promise that after this last job, like you'll stop.
Prissa, they're gonna pay us 100,000 gold for that book.
Still shaky, but like Prissa is just gonna slowly nod. It's a little bit teary-eyed.
So you're gonna help your dear old mom and pa?
Yeah, I, yeah, I'll help, but I can't help right now. I'm currently in the middle of helping save Tal'Dorei.
Tal'Dorei always needing saving. I'm proud of you, Prissa. You're a very strong, very good person. Just like the rest of us. Pinches your cheek.
Yeah, Prissa's just kind of like she lets the pinch happen, but she's just kind of shrinking into herself a little bit.
Oh, he reaches behind him and pulls out a very nice dark scaled bracer and hands it over to you and goes, I didn't realize that you two were kind of an item before I took that. You can have it back.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. Also, Corvin, delete half your gold.
Oh my God.
Are they okay? Prissy, you're cool with your parents dying eventually, right? Just making sure.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
So
learned
like
some
you're
spells.
adopted, right?
Well, I mean, they're still my parents, so I mean, I have some new spells from Magam I'm willing to test out on someone going to harm my parents.
Oh, you wouldn't know.
Damn. Oh, damn.
Oh, you wouldn't know.
Oh, that's a good spell. But anyways, he gives you a quick hug and goes, invite your friend back inside. Honey, why don't you go make some of those famous Bahamut claws that you like? Ooh, that's a good call. Got the recipe?
Well, I mean, you have given me so much, but look here, and Prissa will take out one of the chimes that Tessa had given her. It's like, look, this is a magic chime. If you ring it on a locked door or open one, it'll unlock it and open one. Just promise me you'll only use this if things get really bad and you won't take advantage.
Your
of
father
this.
starts tearing up as you give him this and goes, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever received in my life. Thank you.
Prissa, after hearing the most beautiful thing, Prissa's just gonna like side eye look at her mom.
She knows what she looks like. She throws a spatula, hits him in the back of the head, still smiling. It's their relationship.
Yeah. I'll check on Corvin and and Prissa just kind of walks away, just thinking to herself and a little bit dismayed that she was once again kind of a doormat to this kind of stuff.
Yeah. So, you step outside and Corvin, you were rolling a stealth on a roof. Roll a stealth then.
Oh my God.
You see Corvin like starting to climb up the side of a
I just
building,
see him
but like
mid-crawl.
he apparently doesn't have the upper body strength to pull himself up, so it's like his legs are over the edge, just like he's.
Corvin, I think this is yours. Now hold up the bracer that I had.
Yeah, it's your bracer of archery.
They can steal stuff that I'm wearing on my arms, and I wouldn't even notice that.
They have
what they do.
disadvantage on the sleight of hand, but yeah, still rolled a well above a 20.
Jesus. Yeah. Jesus. You should warn your parents about stealing things from people they don't even know.
I have. They don't listen at all, and also I think I may have just enabled them.
If you'd wish to speak about it later, we can, but
I
for now, I think I will stay out of your home.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. I'll tell them that you are left somewhere to get a drink or sleep.
Yes, tell them they were quite charming.
You have a good night, Corvin.
You too.
So.
And then yeah, Prissa will head inside and just relay that Corvin's gone,
Alrighty.
essentially.
So, you have a nice, relaxing evening with your parents as you remember how it used to be before you joined the Lyceum. Hanging out underneath the staircase of the small home, covered in blankets and a nice little pillow fort around you, and just sitting around playing simple games of Parcheesi.
Well, those are the good times, anyways. The other times were, yeah.
It's a good time. But you end up falling asleep comfortably down here. Corvin, do you go back to Castle Grayskull?
No, I stay here and just keep an eye out for the night.
Alrighty.
I can sleep for 4 hours, meditate for 4 hours.
You can. Roll me a perception check.
The guards just see this elf on a rooftop. Just
I'm in the dark.
He's
I'm
really
invisible.
good in the dark. Yeah, just the perception. 14.
14.
Throughout the evening, despite your trances, nothing suspicious has come around or happened.
Okay.
So, everyone else, back at Grayskull, you've slept through the evening, and despite the very, very loud, obnoxious noise that Jimmy was producing for most of the night, and the very odd robotic spider assistant backpack, I think that's all the words for now. Okay. You all found a little bit of sleep. Alarin, as you're hanging outside, sleeping underneath the tree, up in one of the branches, it's a beautiful apple tree that was planted here in recent years and helped expedite it in its growth. It's a very relaxing, strong tree. The bends and hues of it remind you a little bit of home. It's comforting. And you wake up early in the evening, or early in the morning, to the sound of some footsteps walking out to the other, much larger oaken tree across the courtyard.
Just glance up and take a look at who it is.
You look over and you see, a group of individuals that are familiar to you in recent times. It is the remaining forces of Vox Machina. All of them are gathered together, heading over to that tree.
Guessing I've been here long enough to know what they're gonna do.
More than likely.
So,
you see Scanlan looks over at you and goes, that's who I wanted to see. Hold on, guys. A little bit of paperwork. Lauren, come on down here. Come on.
yeah, of course. We'll bounce up and saunter over there.
Alright. He smiles up at you and goes, alright, so you have your first job ahead of other shits. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Additionally, go by the shop down below. We have a little bit of expenditure funds set up for you and your group and what you're going to be doing. That Jimmy fella, try to keep him away from the shop if you can. We're not sure how much of that he'd be, we're just not sure about him yet, alright?
Fair enough. I'll keep an eye out.
Good. Here you are. He pulls off a small badge that has VM embroidered on it, hands it over to you. Made completely out of platinum. He goes, alright, so this shows that you're doing a mission for us, and if you stay anywhere, it's going to be taxed over to us. And if you need to talk to anybody, this will help you get help. Yeah.
Take the badge and shine it a bit on his shoulder and hitch it on.
You might want to keep it hidden, though. There's a lot of shady people that would, well, kill somebody for that.
Take it back off and put it on the undershirt instead.
All right, good. So, what do you think of this group?
It is not really for me to say. Most of them seem fair enough, but
It is for you to say. You're kind of in charge of them right now. Except Yurik. He looks over. Don't tell Pike, but I think you should be in charge over him. Just saying, you know. Pike just glares over at you.
I'll just give her a smile and a slight wink.
Yeah. You know, evaluate them.
Eyeing them suspiciously.
Yeah.
I will keep a gentle eye on all of them.
Good. All right. It's really hard to break that voice. I'm sorry. Scanlan sounds nothing like that. All right, good. So yeah, we're gonna be off. All right, Key. Goes skipping over to the tree where you see she completes a ritual and the tree just caves in and opens. A magnificent view that you have only seen once or twice before, but every time it's so amazing. They all step into the tree before it closes back up.
Give them a bow and a farewell as they step in.
All right. So, you're the first one awake. However, wait. None of you are elves except Corbin. Good. So, you're the first one awake of the group over here. Everyone else, though, you're groggily waking up, a little tired. I don't know how much of morning people any of you are, but that's for you to decide.
Yurik is not a morning person at all.
But you do smell freshly fried potatoes with onions, cheese, and some nice sunny side up eggs being cooked up.
Smells like breakfast.
It's not coming from this room. It's bellowing through the area.
I'd probably be one of the last ones to get up, being that I had a longer night. Maybe I kept everybody else up. I don't know. But as soon as it hits me, yeah, I'm rolling out of bed and probably wandering without getting any of my belongings together.
All right.
Let's go find some food.
Doors in. You know what breakfast smells like. It's one of the many perks about traveling with Yurik, or Sir Yurik. Breakfast. The individual who follows and travels around with him, he knows how to cook.
What was his name, by the way? The cook.
Good question. Good question.
It's Cole. Or was it Jeremy?
It was Cole. Jeremy was the coward.
Right.
Yeah. Somewhere on here. Yeah, this one is Cole. So, as you all start walking out into the same battle room that you were in before, you see breakfast is being prepared, laid out across the tables for each of you. You see Cole is, very finely dressed currently, putting on his much higher status clothing for this event. And it's a beautiful buffet of foods being laid out before you. The potatoes are perfectly fried where it's still mushy, but it has that nice crisp exterior. The cheese is almost fully melted, engulfing around it. And the eggs, the yolk is perfectly positioned on top, and each of you are laid out on a tray with two of them.
Oh my god, that smells amazing. May I?
Yes, of course,
Please.
That's the point of me cooking. Breakfast is for it to be eaten.
Oh, of course. And I just start piling it on.
Freshly squeezed orange juice.
Yeah,
All right.
of course.
Tops it off. Holds up a small bottle. Hair of the dog.
Is it like this every day here?
Well, I don't know what it's like here. There was a different cook, but I sent them home.
Oh. Well, my compliments. Thank you.
He looks over at you, Alarin, as you're like kind of passing by, catching the whiff of the breakfast, and goes, "It's not rude that I said your cook home, right?"
Which cook would he be referring to? This is the aid of. Okay.
No, it's not that one. They have many cooks now. Each of the different wings are given their own chefs to take care of the groups as they come back, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Excuse me. Sorry.
No worries. No, that is fine.
You want some?
The
I
food
already
smells
prepared.
good enough.
Come on.
Yes, in a minute. I just need to get downstairs and pick something up.
Well, at minimum, take a glass of orange juice with you. He hands you a glass.
I'll take it and drink it sip by sip as he
It's really good.
strolls down below to the shop.
Jimmy, did you take care of the dog? Okay. Sir Uric, hair of the dog.
I did not have any dog hair yesterday, so.
Alrighty.
Well, yeah.
Dorzin. Dorzin? Dark Ray.
That's me what I want to drink.
Oh, yeah. Do you want hair of the dog in your orange juice?
No, thank you.
Oh, for those of you that don't know, hair of the dog is an old-timey reference where it's a splash of alcohol in your morning beverage or coffee.
It supposedly makes your hangover less.
Yeah. Or it starts you off early for a long day. So.
I think the full saying is the hair of the dog that bit you.
Yeah. So, the breakfast is being consumed very beautifully. Alarin, you skip on by drinking the orange juice. I mean, it's very good orange juice. You think he probably mixed some sugar or something in there, and then you're wondering, did he sneak into your guys' personal sugar pouch? Yikes. Sugar is very expensive. Very expensive. But,
Quick passing thought: has Alarin seen this cook before?
You saw him arrive with Sir Uric, and he's been traveling with Uric this whole time. He's one of his consorts.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And out of all of his he's one of his retainers. Sorry, I'm used to playing Strahd, where everybody is his fuck buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this out of his retainers, Uric and Cole are the closest.
I'll keep it in mind and
All right, you leap
just
on.
check on the sugar level there.
All right, you leap on downstairs, where you come over to the shop room, hearing the very loud mechanical noises going on behind the door. It's closed as per usual and locked as per usual. However, you do have permission to be here right now.
Yeah. Give it a few loud thuds to
Hold
get over
on.
the.
Few moments later, you hear very loud crashing footsteps as the door opens up, and you see this large Goliath man just like leaning down, staring at you. Hello.
Hello there.
Could I help you?
Scanlan sent me. Yes, Scanlan sent me to pick something up.
Oh, are you you're the new shit leader, right?
Indeed.
Ah, good. Come on in. He pushes the door open further and goes walking back. You see the strange tools and mechanisms across the walls and floors. Very strange objects that he's currently working and tinkering on down here. You don't have much interaction with this person. He doesn't interact with people in general. You just know he takes care of the shop and does some experimentation in the past years or so.
Yeah. So, What are you working on? Anything exciting?
Oh yeah, this thing is pretty great. He holds up a small rod and goes, so I don't have it down perfectly yet, but he touches you with it. You need to give me a con save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your entire body, but you manage to stay on your feet without falling over. You're like, oh, and you see he's reacting in the exact same way. He's, oh, it's supposed to only work on the person you touch. I'm still trying to get the figure it out. Places it back on the table.
Yeah.
It'll wake you up.
Maybe
though.
some dried leather for insulation.
Leather did not work. I'm ordering a custom rubber grip, but that's gonna take a couple of weeks. Anyways, yeah, that's something else. Yeah. So here you are. He gets a small pouch, or not pouch. It's a satchel of sorts, and kind of just thrusts it into your chest. You're pushed back a little bit. You're not a weak individual, but this very large looming figure is very strong and very smart.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you.
It kind of does that for a minute afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
So in there you should find proper gold for adventures. You have a few notes of representation for areas that you might need for it as well as a jug. He wanted each of you to share, just to help cut down on expenditures for, water and stuff like that.
I see.
Yeah. That should be reasonable for you, right?
Yes, of course.
Did you need anything else, or?
No, I think I would be set.
Are you sure? I've been working on these vials all night. He holds up these vials where it looks like a little swirling flame is like congealing around themselves. I got about 6 of them right now.
Interesting. What do they do?
They light shit on fire when you hit them with it. Yeah.
Might be useful.
You want one?
If you are giving, I will gladly take one.
Sure, yeah. I definitely always need more guinea pigs in the field. Take 2. Roll me 2d6, please.
2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it to a Goliath to invent a grenade.
Mm-hmm. I recommend you stand at least 10 feet away from them when you throw it.
Very well. I will keep that in mind.
Yeah. Alright, good. Well, off you go. He slaps you hard on the back. You almost drop one of them. You're like, oh, fuck. Have a good day.
You as well.
Walks you out, closes the door, latches it up, and immediately you hear the sounds of large mechanical objects being maneuvered and chained down there. So.
Yeah. He'll attach the vials to his belt quite securely and head back upstairs.
Cool. So 3 and 6. Okay, cool. You're fine for now. So you head on back upstairs where everyone is still consuming breakfast. Cole comes back over to you, Jimmy, and goes, for a little guy, you eat a lot. You want seconds?
I'm just like nodding along. I can't even talk at this point.
All right. He fills up your tray again. Goes over for you, Yurik, and hands you the fresh, crispy bacon and eggs for your second breakfast. There you go. Dorzen, do you eat second breakfast? I forget.
If we're going to be walking all day, I can probably do third breakfast, but probably second breakfast is okay for today.
Alrighty, alright. And I forget, are you a vegetarian? Because he would know.
I do not eat beef.
Pork's fine?
Yeah, pork's fine.
Alright.
What
Bacon
about
and
horse?
I don't cook with yellow meat. It doesn't look very appetizing. Fun fact, horse's meat is yellow. Same as people. But anyways, you all have your breakfast. Prissa, you wake up fairly early in the morning, and as you kind of like walk out of the house, your parents are still passed out. Apparently at some point in the night they drank heavily. Pretty usual.
Yeah, Prissa would definitely do this while they were asleep. She would rummage through some of their stuff while they were asleep just to kind of see if there's anything there she should worry about with them.
Okay.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
You're not there. You don't know this.
Roll an investigation, please.
With advantage because I know these people?
No. 10.
And you know where they would hide shit?
They have a very large sum of gold on them. Roughly, it's about... Corvin, did you already delete the gold from your character sheet?
Yes.
Okay. It's roughly about 1,058 gold.
Holy!
Prissa wonders what poor sucker that her parents conned out of this one, but...
I mean, usually they handle like 5 or 6 cons at a time. I mean, they're really good at juggling.
Yeah, they're very good, but it's also,
you find
very bad.
A new makeup purse as well that you're fairly certain your mom would never have purchased herself. Very fine leather construct about it. The makeup itself apparently is like water resistant, which is absurd. Other than that, I mean, typical con artist items. They have thieves' tools, about 3 sets of them. They have shackles. They have a couple of daggers just in case. Pristinely kept, never used. Very nice. Spare rations, about a week's worth as well. I mean, nothing absurd.
I guess before she leaves, then Prissa, buckles everything and makes sure it's all ready to go for them.
Mm-hmm.
Folds whatever needs to get folded, and then leaves. And she'll stop by Ogda to say her farewells before heading to the keep.
All right. Well, as you go outside, Corvin, you see Prissa stepping out.
I guess I'll come up to her. Ready to head up?
Yes. Do you think we should walk, or if you wait 10 minutes, I can also get out that steed I had yesterday?
That's fine.
Yeah. Hey, just now someone's knocking at my door, so I'm gonna go check that real quick.
Yeah,
But yeah, Prissa does that.
All right. Then I'm gonna say that you stop by Ugda's shop, say goodbye. Then the two of you reconvene with your allies. As Alarin is probably working on his second breakfast if he eats 2 breakfasts, and everybody else is finishing up their second or third.
Yeah, Alarm will stick to 1.
Okay.
So, Dorson. How... You there?
Yes.
I was wondering, and please bear with me if I'm being a bit too forward. I'm just curious, you see. When you pass, like, the stables once in a while, are you, when you see, like, some of the mares there.
I swear to whatever god you believe in if you make that joke.
No, this is no joke. I'm asking you out of curiosity. It is. I'm not trying to joke. I am merely curious, and if I have offended, I do apologize.
No, I do not lay with horses.
No, I wasn't. No. I was just wondering if you might find them attractive once in a while.
Cole steps up and goes, I believe the fascination between interspecies relationships stems more from boredom of humans than anybody else. So,
Well, yes, that could be.
the common folk as well.
Yes, I haven't met anyone else like you, Dorson. You see, so I'm just.
Yes, you
fascinated.
have probably never been to the Feywild. We're
No, I
not very
haven't.
common out of there.
No, exactly. So I have some interest in learning a bit about your culture and how it works.
I was kind of wondering too, but it sounds much ruder once I hear it out loud. I'm glad I didn't ask.
doesn't it?
And he just goes back to eating.
So, do you female centaurs? Do you call each other men and women, or do you use the term stallion and mare, or is it what do you say to each other?
I'm
Juro,
allowing
you want
this.
me to write lore right here?
Go for it. Yeah, I allow this. Yeah. All right, everyone, take out your pens and paper in case we ever go to the Feywild. This matters.
Okay. I hope to God we never go to the Feywild. All right.
When referring to male or female, we are just centaurs. When two of us are together, it is a bit more intimate, and I don't feel like I should tell you how we talk to each other like that.
No, well, that is. I didn't ask for
There is no social
intricate-
structure outside the courts, if that's what you meant.
There is no social structure.
Outside of the court, do two random humans who both grow up in the field say, "Hey, I own this land, go fuck off"?
No. Well, I was simply for example, if a crime were to happen in the Feywild and a witness saw the person responsible, they would have to was it a female centaur? Was it a male centaur? Would they say
How do they identify separately?
yes?
Okay, I was trying to understand what he was saying, then you said something.
How do they identify separately? I think
How
that's
do
what
they
it's asking.
identify separately?
Yeah, how do they identify? Do you call all centaurs, or if you refer to a female centaur, do you say a female centaur or mare?
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, we refer to them as bays.
And that is him lying as ass.
Roll deception. Sir Uric, roll insight with disadvantage.
Oh no, I have a negative deception.
Yeah, he's fucking with you.
I see. Well, if this is a touchy subject, I will not further encroach, if you will. I'm just curious about the culture in your homeland. But yes, I will leave it there. I was.
I did not think I would get thrown under my own culture so fast.
So, are we leaving for?
You look over at the
Raven's
door where
Nest?
Prissa and Corbin are listening to this awkward conversation.
Where did you guys go?
On a walk.
It was a long walk.
Yes. Where did you stay for the night?
Well, I mean, I have a house.
Alone
I have a
was
house
last,
back in the city. I just felt like I should stay there, and besides, it left more room for you all to.
You never
have-
told me you had a home in Amman?
Well, yeah. Sorry, it never came up, and I didn't think about it.
I don't think she's told Dorson or anyone else either.
I look at Corvin. Did you know?
Now,
Well, then.
not before.
I mean,
But
I usually stay at the Lyceum, but it's good to visit home every once in a while.
Well, you guys missed a great breakfast, and now it's cold, and that's your own fault.
Oh, I
No,
can
sir.
heat it up very quickly. It's no problem.
We got something on the
No.
way.
Krista
It's
goes over
fine.
to the breakfast and prestidigitates to heat it up.
Easy enough. Oh, you can heat it up quickly. No problem. Hands it down to you.
Did Pike tell us anything about if she heard anything from anyone connected to the Raven Queen?
She did not mention anything in passing, no. They all went to the Ivy Heart this morning.
Ah.
But from what she told us last night, I believe she has contacted and asked for our blessing to head through the forest.
Well, I think we should probably head out soon. I don't know how long it'll take us to get there, but it'll be quite a trek.
It's supposed to be a forest, right? This raven's nest?
If the maps are correct, it's coastal. To
Okay.
the northwest.
What do you bring
we'll
to
have
a
go through
forest?
Well, I think it's bring things to survive. Light.
Like what?
I've got the giant map right here, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you'll need something to start a fire, perhaps. Light, maybe.
Got it.
Can't see in the dark.
Yep. Got it.
Doors in, no. You don't
Okay.
have to. You can, but you don't have to.
Just wondering if there's any benefit for me doing that.
Potentially.
But it will be a bit of a trip on the day's road, and I'm sure there are footpaths towards the Raven's Nest. We'll be on main roads for a while, past Falcone Castle, and then we'll head towards the coast.
Yes, that would appear
long as
to
we
be the best way.
If we stay between the mountains and the ocean, we should be alright.
All right.
If it is alright with you, I have to meet a friend in Amman, and I was hoping to finally use this damn coupon I got a year ago. I have money now for Gilmore's.
Well, that sounds great. Oh, Dawson. I was thinking too, if they have spell scrolls there, I can learn the sending spell, and maybe we can contact Jackie.
Oh shit, I forgot about them. They're probably dead.
I mean, we haven't heard from them, but I think they're all right. Jackie's very strong. He
Yeah,
punched a
but what
rock.
about Harry and the Tiefling? That they
I
We
mean,
can.
Ignatius promised that we would go on a shopping trip together, and Harry says that he would look out for himself.
That was before someone threw his name under the bus.
I mean,
That is the expression, yes? Or is it under the carriage or airship?
I mean, I don't know what a bus is exactly, but it's
It's got this
I'm-
big cat face. You ride around in it. It's got 6 arms. You can go to the pay a few drips of blood. It'll get you almost anywhere in the field.
It's a Fae thing.
Yes.
I really want to. I really would like to see that one day.
Alarian, give me a wisdom saving throw. All right. As you open the pouch, you all hear he goes "Ah!" and just closes it really quickly.
Lauren, what was that?
More gold than you've ever seen before in your life.
Good thing I suggested going to
figures.
Gilmore's.
It would seem Scanlan has overdone it a little bit again.
What do you mean?
And he'll
Is
just
Priscilla-
shake. He'll just shake the bag.
Shake, Sonora.
Are there a bunch of rocks in there?
No, not quite.
Those aren't rocks. That's not what rocks sound like. That's metal.
Do you
Those
have
were
a bag
gold
of rocks and
coins.
you know what those sound like?
Suspiciously like clinking coin.
It is a big bag of gold coin, yes, and some rations.
But I mean, that sounds like way too much. And then Prissa will open the satchel and like, oh, and then close it.
So it's actually really not that much. It's
a lot for this group.
yeah, it's 8,000.
It's a lot.
Do you think Gilma still hates us, or at least I don't.
It's been a year.
I don't think she hates us, but I mean, she.
As long as we do not talk to her at all, we should be fine.
Ilaran, you said Scanlan gave it to you before he left?
Before he left, yes.
Where did he leave?
He left this morning, along with the rest of Vox Machina.
There is a look of like stricken grief on Jimmy's face. Scanlan promised him that he'd get him to be an apprentice, a guild apprentice of sorts. Some licensing was discussed, and he is now
reward.
Yeah, he is now realizing that no. Eluded again.
Oh my god.
Yes, that would be the trickery of Scanlan. He is a wily one. But at least he left us with quite a sum, and as well as this jar.
Are you showing them the fire? Oh, the jug. Okay.
Yeah, the jug.
You produce a jug, and for some of you, it's a foreign object, but those of you that are magically inclined, I mean, you know what an alchemist jug looks like.
Why do you leave that with you?
To save on expenses, I was told.
Prissa would like to look inside, and is there any like hint of mayonnaise in there?
Roll an investigation.
A sad day when you realize Grog's been dead for 50 years.
Oh.
No mayonnaise. He licked it clean.
Yeah, one thing that Prissa does want to try out, and also given the night she had, she wants to kind of have that one apple juice she had before her presentation before.
Mm-hmm.
While she
Oh, no.
While holding the jug.
Can the jug produce two things at once?
So you asked for special apple juice then?
Yeah, is it alright? Is anyone alright if I use this real quick? I'm a little thirsty, and I think I need some more confidence right now, and I've been thinking a lot.
Well, I would guess that is okay.
Alrighty. You say special apple juice, and because it is a magical object, it interprets what you are wanting and fills the jug to the brim with this apple juice. You have 10 gallons of it. Or is it 10 gallons each time? I think it's 10 gallons each time, yeah.
Yeah, Prissa's gonna like fill up her water skin with that. Maybe ask for another object she can like drink out of with it. And
so
then
it's
just start...
apple juice, right? Not apple juice?
She asked for special apple juice.
Does it smell like special apple juice?
Roll a nature check.
Yeah, I want to see that as well.
Yeah.
It's also probably a little bit bubbly because the
21.
like cider like it's carbonated. That's
Dorzen, you know what special apple juice is.
God damn it.
And she just
it
got,
wasn't-
it's 5 gallons. Sorry, each use is 5 gallons.
Prissa, you might want to have some couple extra water skins full of actual water.
Well, yeah, it's good to stay hydrated. While
This
we're
will
in town-
dehydrate you.
While we're in town, we just got a lot of gold. I can get some more water skins.
Ah, so it's a gallon. Okay. I thought they did 5 gallons for the one that they had.
I think it depends
I
on the
think it can
size
go
of the
up
jug.
to a max, and then it's done.
Oh, 5 gallons a day. Okay, that works out then.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Yeah,
just a
ma-
gallon of special apple juice.
yeah. Different liquids have different max amounts.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You have 1 gallon, I'm gonna say, of special apple juice.
Also known as whiskey.
With apple juice.
Does anyone else want some? It's really good.
Cole comes
Oh,
over and scoops a small cup out of it and goes, I appreciate that.
Prissa,
Wow.
is this the same apple juice that our friend gave you?
Whoever invented
Yeah.
this is a genius.
Now you got me curious. May I have a taste as well?
Small sips.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Prissa's holding it out for everyone to get sips if they want it.
Alright. So, you taste
go
it.
on,
It is
taste it and
very
sip.
strong. It's about 25% apple juice and then 75% really strong spiced whiskey.
Oh, that's
Not high quality either. It interpreted what Prissa wanted, and what he could afford was not high quality.
I see. There might be better versions of this.
I think it's pretty good. Ooh.
I do too.
Hey. Certainly makes the hair on my neck stand up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that means it's working according to Alfie.
Well, yeah. So, are all of you going to go by Gilmore's Incorporated?
Dorzen's gonna head off to meet his friend
Of
first,
course,
and then
of
he'll
course.
meet them at Gilmore's.
Everyone else going over to Gilmore's?
Sounds like it.
All right. Then while you guys do your shopping, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Let's call it at 15 minutes this time. I have to use the bathroom, and also that'll give you guys some time to spend your gold and such. Sound good?
All right.
And also
what
think
table
about
for
what
the
we
gold?
want.
I posted it in chat how much everybody gets, but I will send out the link as well. Anybody watching, don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right, everybody, we are back. Sorry, they were going over what they need to purchase a bit more clearly for everything. Need some clarification, but anyways, we are here. You've all more or less made it to the shop. Dorzen took a little bit longer to get there than everybody else. And while inside, the same shopkeep as before recognizes one of you, Prissa. She has no qualms with you whatsoever. She loves you. You give her great service. You tip her. You buy all of the Vox Machina merchandise. Like, you're great. By the way, they have a limited edition lunchbox currently, if you do want one.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. Do they have like a water flask with Vox Machina stuff emblazoned on it by chance? Because I still got this apple juice.
Oh, you already own that one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Cool. So while you're in there, this shopkeep, her name Jessica, smiles at all of you and goes, "Oh, hello, Lauren.
Hey,
How have you
Hello
been?
there.
Come here. You come over. She grabs your wrist, gives you a kiss on either cheek. Oh,
Very
yeah.
different than last time I was here.
it is good to see you again.
Oh, I'm not here yet.
not yet. Yeah. Oh, it's so good to see you as well. Oh my god. So I hope you really did enjoy that little wand you have. It's working out for you fine. Oh wait, you don't have the wand anymore. I forgot that was something different. Whatever
I
she
never
sold
had a
you
wand.
last time that you currently have.
Some potions.
Yeah. How are the potions?
would
Have you
be-
gotten a chance to use them yet?
No, not yet. Saving them for a special occasion.
All right. Well, be sure to let us know your feedback. You know, we really highly value your reviews on our services here, of course.
Yes, and I brought some friends along to.
Oh, hello, Prissa. You know Prissa?
Yes, a recent
Oh.
acquaintance.
She's a
Yeah.
wondrous customer.
Oh, you're
Lunchbox?
wonderful. Yes, I do want one, and
Oh.
you're a wonderful shopkeeper.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, we go underappreciated so often. I'll get you set up with your usual Prissa. Do you need new socks? Have you destroyed the other ones already?
No, I keep special care of my socks.
Good. Wow, an adventurer who doesn't destroy socks. Whew. She must be a wizard. But anyways,
Yes, indeed.
she smiles at everyone else and goes, "Everyone here, hello. It's very nice to meet you all. My name is Jessica. I am here as the representative of Gilmore's Incorporated. If you do need anything, be sure to just ask." And she looks over at you, Alarin, and goes, "Preferred customers? Are they good friends?"
They, as far as I can tell at the moment, they are very good friends.
Very good friends.
Part
That is
of
fine.
the shits with me. And, yeah,
So,
yes.
as a mechanical advantage that you are shopping with your ally Alarin, who has the perk of the Changebringer, you have a 200 gold leniency. Not to say that you purchase something that's worth 200 gold just because you have it. It's more of a, they'll let you go over for a larger item for that sum. Anybody who's doing purchasing. So if you were like really close to having to borrow money from somebody else, she's gonna waive that. Cool?
Cool.
Awesome. Oh, that is so fine. And they already did their shopping and jazz. At some point, Dorzen comes walking in and she kind of, "Hello, sir. How can I help you today?" You're muted. Muted still.
Hello, I'm looking for a new sword.
That is fantastic. We have a wide selection of swords over here. Here's the catalog for you to look at. Please, I hope you
Thank
enjoy
you.
it. Yep.
This one.
Let us see. I remember you had a stone that would improve my charismatic ways.
Oh.
Is that still up for sale?
Do you have enough gold to afford that?
With a little help from my friends, yes.
All right, then.
Jimmy, would that be okay?
What is it?
Well, with the nice discount Jessica gave us, I know I am asking for a lot.
No,
But,
no.
I will pay you
Can I
back.
see it?
Yes, of course.
So, the only Ion Stone that I see that you can remotely afford is the Ion Stone of Sustenance,
Yeah.
which is 1,000 gold.
3,000.
Oh, you're...
The
oh,
3,000.
shit. Okay, so you're getting money from him. Cool.
He's
Doors
borrowing me
ship in a couple
800.
hundred.
Wait, 3,000. Where's that one?
It is. It's there in combat items.
Oh, I'm looking at non-combat items. That's why.
The one of leadership, yeah, it's 3,000.
Okay, yeah. With a little help from your friend, you should be able to afford that then.
I wanna inspect the item though.
Okay.
I need to check out this craftsmanship. What's the
Well,
pull on it?
roll an Arcana.
All right. Tell me all your secrets, Stone.
Katrina. That was the shopkeep's name, right? Katrina?
No, this one is Jessica.
Oh, Jessica. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Jessica. Last time I was here, I saw those the pigments, and may I have a look at the wands, staffs? I want those pigments and 3 doses of the ointment.
Pigment. You're gonna have to refresh my memory. It's been like
Sorry,
2
the
months.
Nolzur's magical pigments.
Oh, the thing that you can draw and it'll just make a thing.
Yeah.
The thing Jester has where she paints
Yes.
like a dick.
Yeah,
on the wall.
yeah. Is that in the sand magic items?
It is.
And can you
I
afford
also-
it?
I sent the stuff to you with some prices, and it's 200 gold.
Holy shit!
Damn,
It's only
that's
200
cheap.
gold. All right, yeah, sure, they got it.
So, that discount, did we all get 200 gold pieces discount? Is that it? Or...
They have a 200 gold leniency. So if you buy a larger
Oh, alright.
item, that
Wait,
would
do we get a discount for being members of Vox Machina, or you have to be the high tier for that one?
you have to be the high tier
No.
for that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you guys have a discount with the Vox Machina branch specifically, not for this as a whole. And you have to be a full-fledged shit to have that. But because you are with a shit, you are getting the 200 gold leniency.
You're with a full-fledged shit and a worshipper of the Changebringer, so...
Yeah. So his discount is spread to each of you.
All right.
So, as long as it is listed on any of the items and you send me the cost of them, for scrolls and stuff like that, as before, it's going to be, if it's not listed as a specific item, we're going to wait to see if they have it or not. You get your potions, a single diamond, okay. Cool. Zen, that's all you're buying?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Also, all my gold is going into my bag of holding,
Fantastic.
where it's always been.
You still need about 300 gold, Dorzin, for that sword. Unless you had 300 gold. Because with your coupon, it goes down to 1,800. And then
Yeah,
with the leniency, you get 200, which puts it up to like 1,533.
I had 2114 before I minus the 18 from it. So it's
Your coupon was 10%, right?
Yep.
So 10%, that brings it down to 18.
Uh-huh.
So you need 1,800 gold or 1,600 gold, realistically.
I know.
buy it.
I had 2114. I had 2000
Before you got the Scanlan money.
I had 700 and whatever gold before the Scanlan money. You gave me 1300. I got
Gotcha.
to like 211.
Gotcha.
I have
Cool.
314 gold now with doing the math right.
All right, cool. You're good then. All right, cool. You guys did all your buying, all your purchasing. You are fully equipped and outfitted with everything. And as you are leaving, as usual, you are given a thank you sticker, Prissa, that they put onto your backpack for you.
Thank you.
You have a fresh new lunchbox. On the front of it is all of the original Vox Machina members all flexing, looking big and burly.
Before we leave the city, I'm also going to drop by the temple of Sarenrae and donate 100 gold pieces.
Fantastic. You stop by and they give you a gracious nod. Very appreciative. Your status is now amongst the higher orders of Sarenrae in Iman.
All right.
Yeah. Not over in Vasselheim, of course, but like in Iman, you're among the higher ranking Sarenrae worshippers.
Yeah.
Alarn will go around to a general store and buy different kinds of foods, milks, and hand it out to orphanages. And he'll spend 100 golds and just toys and everything get it out for orphanages.
Alrighty.
Jimmy cures cancer.
All right. He discovers the cure to cancer and
And
hoards
I
it away.
keep it, and I keep it for myself. Nobody else.
Yeah, Elarn also, just to overgo that even more, he goes around and cures diseases on.
Oh, how many lay on hands? This matters.
Wholesome stream, chat.
Yeah.
He will.
Somebody donate for a random encounter now.
I'm praying.
No, let's see. That's six charges. So 30 charges and 6
Uses.
instances of
Okay.
disease curing.
Beautiful. You are regarded incredibly highly for the beautiful services that you have given to Iman, as per usual. Each of the general stores that you've gone to at this point in Iman, they love you. They all love you. Yeah. Look at that. You can worship a god in this game, and apparently shopkeeps like you. Mechanics. And you were worried about Bahamut being broken.
Yeah.
Reasonably. I made that like 2 years ago, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I think it's more the another one. I can't remember which.
Moonweaver.
But yeah, either way.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's pretty strong.
as you all have finished this up and have reconvened and begin your long trekking journey heading northwards, I have to ask, did anyone think to buy a cart?
I did during the break.
Hey.
Well, Jimmy doesn't like working outside either. So I have about 500 or so gold, which I think is more than enough to get us like a 2-horse cart to kind of go along.
And Dorzen will
I think we only
swallow his
need one
pride,
horse.
so you don't have to buy horses.
There's also the idea, like, Prissa does know the Phantom Steed spell is a ritual, so just give her 10 minutes and she can make a Phantom Horse.
I already have a horse.
I know that's also your horse.
And you have a Dorzen.
Is your retinue coming with us, Yorick, or are they staying back at Grayskull?
Of course, they're coming with us.
Yeah.
I
His
don't want
retainers
to.
go everywhere with him.
Yeah,
Of course.
I need my entourage.
Yeah. Who will cook his breakfast and make sure they set him up in his armor?
So a carriage, Jiro, is 100 gold, and then the horses for 2 of those would be 50 apiece.
50
so.
apiece.
So
Bit and Brittle
200.
comes out to about 28 gold. The feed for them, you can spend 2 gold and be set for like a month.
Can I do an even 300 so we don't have to worry about?
Sure.
I'll
do
just say I
300
covered everything.
and that stable master.
I'll give Jimmy half.
Oh,
No, I got it. This is.
Okay.
He is going to be using a lot of the space in this carriage too, so don't assume
yeah.
anything.
All of you like, hey, we got to. No.
You just see him taking stuff out of his bag. Oh, alchemist kit. Oh, tinker's kit. Blacksmith tools over here, and dude,
Jesus.
there's nowhere to sit down.
And then Prissa goes and like puts out her books, and then she starts reading her stuff and helping Jimmy, and it's just a whole bunch of nerdy shit going on in that
All right,
cart.
so you have a mobile study room.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, you all head northwards through Iman. Dorzen, you did a quick check-in with some friends of yours. Were there any questions you were going to ask or any favors that you were looking for?
Dorzen was mostly going to relay the information of what he's done over the since the last time I checked in, which is probably at least 6 months. Like all the myriad hideouts that have been cleared out, how far they got east, potentially, and checking in to see if any of if any of the little feelers he sent out for his friend have come through.
So you meet the same halfling man. As I really appreciate you giving me all this information and relaying it consistently, you are not someone that we are going to be sharing information with freely yet. If I need your services and I know what you aim for, I'll be sure to reach out when the time is right.
Very well.
But I can let you know we have plans that will be executed in the near future. You may want to be in Amman for that.
Understood.
Take care, horseback. They assign you a discreet name.
Yeah, discreet, yeah.
Yeah, horseback. Well, I wonder who that...
They call him the Wild Stallion.
They call him Mr. Ed.
Oh God. Senior Ed.
So, you all head northwards outside of Amman, start tracking through the area. Jimmy and Prissa in the back of the cart with... Who's leading the cart, the horses? Because someone has to lead them, obviously. Dorzin is a horse. He can do it. Cool.
Yeah. Lauren will be traveling alongside the cart as well. So,
Corvin, where are you going to sit?
Back of the cart,
Already.
just hanging off.
Cool.
Gonna throw it out there. Dorsey technically has a saddle that no one is using.
By the way, we are going carriage. There is a roof on this thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, cool. I'll go on the roof.
There you go.
Nice. So,
Oh, and the inside has the tiny hut, I guess, unless that's not allowed.
as soon as you move outside of the hut, it disappears. So it stays in one spot, then you move.
Oh no, I thought I was
You
trying
don't
to get it
cast
so
it
the hut is
on
on
an
the cart.
object. It won't be cast
Fuck.
on an object. You cast in an area.
That'd be so amazing, though.
It would be broken. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Kind of like my magnificent mansion in a wagon.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you all keep tracking through, going on a very long journey, heading northwards. A little bit western, trying to find your way over to Raven's Nest. The only thing between here and there is going to be Falcone Castle. At least, large landmarks. You're familiar with the place, and Prissa and Dorzin, you are both familiar with the place. Corvin, you passed through here twice before, but, just in passing. You didn't actually spend any detailed amounts of time there. Yurik, you know that at this point in time, your family is back home. Your uncle, your aunt, and your two nieces.
How long is the trip from Iman to
Or
Falcon
cousins.
Castle?
That's going to run you about a week.
Oh, all right.
Not terribly long, but, you guys aren't doing a forced march, are you?
Yep. No, I suppose not.
All right, well then. Taking a leisurely time to get there.
Yeah.
You guys have a week of downtime. Is there anything you wish to do in that period?
Well, every day when we set up camp and when we do breaks and stuff, I will be practicing using weapons basically for with Cole, the retainer. Also the other retainers. I want them to be able to defend themselves.
All right.
Happens.
Cole seems the only one motivated enough to learn. The other two, they're going through the motions of it, but they're too hesitant for any real combating.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, one thing I forgot to ask about was during the break and stuff, when Prissa would have free time, she'd be reading through that cross magic book that she came across.
Mm-hmm.
Did she finish it, or is she still going through it?
You're still going through it. It has to be translated. It's not a simple common script. It's something that you need written down by other people who understand the language and interpreting it into modernized language as well. It's trying to read Latin. So you're still going through, and it's still a process, but you are getting there.
Well, I mean, I have the comprehend language ritual spell. Would that help?
It's not. It helps to give you a baseline interpretation, but to really dig in and grab the knowledge that it holds inside,
It's like translating with a dictionary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
then Priscilla's gonna keep doing that in the cart with Jimmy and take breaks occasionally, because when you read on a moving vehicle, get a little bit.
Guys, I only lit the carriage on fire 3 times.
I am supposed to put it out.
Only 3 times in the week.
Okay.
Alarn would, if they had not encountered a shrine to the Changebringer along the roads, he would set one up as they set camp.
Okay.
And
There's not any real shrines leading out in this direction because this is a direction that people don't really travel towards for any real purpose. I mean, those that live in the village outside of Falcone Castle, they just live there. It's a small, secluded area. There's not a whole lot of trading at their disposal. So you take one of the days to set up a nice, lovely shrine. Whereabouts on the map do you think you want to place it? You can draw on this map as well. Like, feel free. Just make sure it's in your color.
In my color, yes. Well, if they don't encounter anything, then just about in the middle part. For some reason, it didn't stay my color.
Yeah, now it's not your color. But when I click on it, it shows your color. Now it's pink.
Strange.
Now it's that. Now it's pink. Now it's that. There you go. So, like, right there?
Yes. Yeah, just about a halfway mark.
Right. You set up a lovely small shrine. It's mostly like an alcove on the side of the road where a traveler could rest more easily. You give a nice glance around, and you can tell it's a wide open space around them, so they have nice cover or good ways of notice if there's any encroaching dangers for them. It's comfortably placed. The ground is stomped out, so grass is not going to overlay on it. You set up a nice little rock pit as well, so they could have like their own little fire pit inside of it for them. It's a nice little area that you also entrace with small trinkets of the Changebringer as well. You know, giving it that nice, applicable reason to exist.
Yeah, he'll spend some time carving out the symbol in stone and placing it on top of the shrine.
All right. Cool. So, a week's worth of travel. One thing we have to go over with this group. What is the sleeping arrangement? We'll use tokens to dignify this. Left to right would be first watch through the last watch. However long you want to split up the watches for, please go ahead and dignify this. And this will be the precedence for now on, unless dubbed otherwise.
Jimmy would probably take an early watch, only being that his eyesight is no so good. So
reasonable.
Definitely, he might even be a little. Yeah, it doesn't stay up too late. He's still pretty young, so early watches for Jimmy.
Yeah, same with Yurik.
All right, so first watch is going to be Jimmy Yurik.
I just need to sleep 4 hours, so I can take the last 4 with some other people.
All right. Who's going to take second watch then?
Dorzen can.
All right. Is anybody going to accompany Dorzen during that time?
Yeah, I can join on that.
Fantastic.
Dorzen's like the god now, right? Like nothing gets by him.
Not
Apparently.
until I pick up Mage Slayer.
Not yet.
And-
Yeah.
Also, since it might come into context during watches, I do have this.
Ooh. Good to note.
You might be better on a different shift than Dorzen. That's all I'm saying.
So what you're
But
telling me is you have freaking Sting from Lord of the Rings.
Somewhat.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Just.
It's more like a voice that says, "Hey, listen," and then you pop up.
No,
Yeah.
we're going with Lord of the Rings. That's
No,
Professor
look,
Yurik.
you have to
That's
listen.
Chris's.
Hey, look, listen.
So, with this being the sleeping arrangement, let's just see if anything does happen while you're on the roads.
Gotta love that passive perception.
All right. So, you've all been traveling for about 5 days at this point. Very easy trek on the road. Living has been very, well, for all of your skill sets, easygoing. Corvin hunts each morning. During the day, Jimmy tries to burn down the cart. Prissa stops it from happening. Everyone else goes about their business. You know, side conversations as per usual. Delicious breakfasts as well. On the 5th night, Corvin, you've just taken over for the watch after taking your meditative stance for half the night. And this is the only point in time during the entire watch that you are by yourself. You have 2 hours alone before Prissa wakes up to participate and help you. Roll me a perception check.
Since I'm on my own, could I say I kind of stealth? If I'm on my own, I don't really need to worry about where other people are.
Sure, go ahead and stealth.
All right.
Is pretty good.
Perception. I'm gonna roll with advantage with my DM inspiration for the reading.
There you go.
15.
All right. As you are sitting there, hidden away in the tall grasses in the open fields surrounding this section of Tal'Dorei, you think you hear a loud sound of crowing. Just a few caws.
Mm-hmm. And if I look up, are they like coming from above me or like all around?
You look up and there's no birds. You don't see anything.
And if I look around, like if I try to focus on where the callings come from?
Well, you look around the entire area as best you can, and you can't see any birds. I mean, nothing.
The hell? Oh god, this might show me. And it's a verbal. I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
I can understand birds, I guess.
So, as you relax quietly, thinking onto yourself, you speak out a few soft-spoken words, breaking your stealth.
Yep.
You can now speak with animals.
And I can comprehend what they're saying, so I don't know if they're saying anything.
Roll me a perception check again.
$14.
You hear calling, but you don't understand what they're saying. Roll a nature check.
Okay. 14.
Whatever's making that calling sound is not an animal.
I guess I'll pull out my bow.
Okay.
But I guess it'd probably be out, so I'm notching the arrow now and just kind of looking back and starting to make my way towards the bubble, but like kind of keeping my back towards where the hut is, just looking out.
As you start walking towards it, looking around, being very careful, a quick warning sparks into your mind to ready yourself. As an arrow goes flying towards you. However, despite you not being surprised, it still manages to get close enough to glance against the bubble itself. Everyone else, there's a warning that sparks in your mind and immediately shoots you awake. And I need you all to roll initiative, please.
Oh god, it's the rock. Oh, this is children. It came back. And now it learned how to fire arrows.
Be sure to select your token before rolling, so it adds you to... You really like those ones, Sir Yurik.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Alright.
How?
Oh, I got a 9 in dex.
I still got Paladin initiative, even if I had an advantage in +4.
I got a freaking nat 20, and I'm still gonna go like third.
Well, it's usually not so bad for the cleric to act last, actually, though. So.
Oh,
And
absolutely
it's pretty
not.
good too, because this
Yeah.
wizard knows how to buff people. So
Yeah. So, you all immediately snap to your attention, just leaning forward almost as if you're jolted with the sounds of action. But as you look around, your heart is racing, your awareness is triggered, but none of you see anything. First up on the
It's
initiative
still
order.
pitch black out, I imagine.
Oh, yeah. This is during the third shift of the night, so it's like 3, 4 a.m.
Okay.
First one acting, Corvin.
Yeah. So my dark vision is 90 feet now, by the way, Jiro. Just letting you know. I'm going to go ahead and stealth again.
That is your bonus action?
Yes, bonus action. Yep. Just a normal roll, yeah.
Yes.
17.
17. All right. You manage to slip into the very high, tall grasses, and you squat down really low, barely glancing outside of the range of this grass, and start looking and evaluating the area around you.
I'm guessing I would need to make a perception check to know where that arrow came from.
You would have to use your action to perceive. Yep.
Okay. Well, I have 40 feet of movement, but I know the direction the arrow came from, at least. So I'm going to move. I'm stealth, so 20 feet of movement towards the arrow. And I'm holding my action for wherever I see. I'm keeping my eyes out for the next shot that comes out.
Alrighty. So you're moving a bit more north of the bubble itself.
Towards wherever the shot came from, yeah.
A little bit more north, closer towards the direction you guys are headed. Awesome. Prissa, you're also jolted into action, although you have no idea what's going on.
can Prissa look around through the bubble and stuff? Because I have
Oh, yeah.
pretty far dark vision.
Oh yeah, you can. Do you want to use your action to perceive?
I'd rather use my action to use a spell. However, I mean, yeah, I'll use a perceive, I guess.
I mean, what spell would you like to use? Oh wait, you can't shoot anything outside of the bubble.
Yeah, I know, but I was gonna buff doors in with haste or something. But I was hoping I could be able to see
That you could do.
some. Yeah, I know, but I was hoping to see first, so I don't a minute passes and when we can't find this thing, and all of a sudden Dorzen's out of breath.
All right, go ahead. Perceive.
Is that an action though?
Yes, it is.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah.
And that, I guess in that case, Prissa will ask what's going on, and then, knowing something's wrong, she will cast haste on Dorzen.
Oh boy.
Dorzen, you're immediately invigorated with the same momentum that you're becoming much more familiar with at this point.
And a quick question to does Dorzen have dark vision?
I have goggles of night, so I do.
Oh, okay, so you're fine. Alright, yeah, and then yeah, Prissa will just stay in her little bubble looking around to see what the hell's going on. And that's her
Alrighty.
turn.
Dorzen, you're jolted into action and your body starts vibrating with this energy. And with your passive perception of fucking 21,
Yeah!
you see about 60 feet or so in front of Corvin, there's two people. They look like common highwaymen hiding in the grass. You see the slight shifting.
Poor.
Yeah.
You poor.
Oh, yeah,
poor
you
little-
can't see Corbin, but... Alright, then that direction, in the northern direction.
Okay, so with my now double base speed
Yep.
of 80,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna charge right up to them.
Full charging right towards it. You see the one's eyes lock and goes, "What the fuck?" Very, gruddy, old-looking clothes, broken mostly. The crossbow actually looks really nice, though.
And because of since I'm more than 30 feet away from them, I can immediately bonus action poof attack them.
Yes, you can.
I've never used this before because it never made sense to.
I just have a question. Does Dorzen recognize these guys as the same ones that tried to get us before?
No, he does not.
That was a 10 with that bonus action attack?
10 does not hit. You go running over and leaping and stomping, and the individual just very quickly tumbles out of the way, spinning off the edge of it.
Okay, so that was my bonus action.
Yep. Now you have action, hasted action.
Oh, God. And that's 3 attacks.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I can see that they're just highwaymen, right?
I mean, they look like common robbers, yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna start testing out his new longsword.
Go for it. Which one did you buy?
This one.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that hits.
And he is wounded. Now.
No saving throw, right?
Saving throw at the start of their turn.
Yeah. Every turn they'll take necrotic, which I can roll.
Yep.
And if they don't make it, it cannot be, the HP cannot come back unless a short or long rest, and it cannot be healed outside of regeneration magic.
All right.
It was worth spending the extra money on that.
Oh yeah,
and I can add a wound every turn I hit with this sword.
Each time you hit with it, right? Not each turn?
It says once per turn.
Oh,
it specifies it once per turn. It would suck. It would be way too strong if it was especially with a fighter.
Okay, so you run up to the individual, cutting deeply into their side and slashing through in a very grievous manner. However, as you cut them, roll me a perception check.
Perception. Yeah, not good. 11.
All right, something's a little off about this individual. Here we go. Let's move you up here. Did it drop the token for me? No? Well, what the hell? Why isn't it working? There we go.
Okay, that doesn't look like a highwayman.
Oh, what are you talking
Those
about?
look
It
like
looks
drow.
exactly. It looks exactly
look-
like a highwayman to you.
Samurai highwaymen.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So you
Alright.
cut into the individual, gashing deeply, for 12 points of damage. They seem, disturbed by it, but apparently they're much more resilient than a typical highwayman should be.
Attack number 2.
Go for it. 15 will miss. As you bring your sword around for another one, you see their crossbow gets repositioned over towards the hilt, where it just slams against the butt of the blade. A very quick, very martial reaction to deflect the blow.
All right, my hasted action to attack.
Go for it. Oh, that one misses. You strike out another time, but unfortunately they kind of catch you off guard in this instance. You're not really what the fuck? Yeah, you're not really used to highwaymen being so difficult to handle.
Yeah, something right about this.
Absolutely not. Their turn.
Jiro,
one.
can I use my held action or no?
Now that you see their positioning, well, you see the one's positioning, so go right ahead, Corbin. Also, I'm going to move you up here so you're in front of everybody right now.
Yep. Alright, so I couldn't find a way to do triple advantage, so I'm just going to have to roll a second die.
Yeah. 22 hits. Try again. You might get natural 20.
Nope, okay,
All right,
cool.
22 hits.
And it's an auto crit because of assassin.
It
if
is
I
not.
attack them before they act.
They've
It
already
has to be turn
acted.
order.
You have to surprise them. They've already acted. Yeah.
Okay, well,
They
it's
are
still
not-
a crit because he's there, right?
I'm sorry?
Because Dorzen's there, right?
Oh, yeah, you still get sneak attack.
Okay. Oh, I should have marked that on there.
All right. Oof, not bad. God, doesn't
And
it
then
feel
my
good having a rogue?
And my second attack, because I have Dread Ambusher,
21.
so as long as I attack on my first turn.
Yep.
All right.
Love that
Draken
class.
Gloomstalkers.
Woo! 22
Do you want me
hits.
to roll this? Do you want me to roll the other one?
Yes. Always roll the other one just in case. It might be a nat 20. You still hit
27.
regardless.
Now the problem with that is it's only a D8. The
15.
What's the 2 from? Something's off.
+2 bow.
No,
or
it's not. No. Take the
Bracers
2
of
off. I don't know what that's
archery.
from. Oh, yep, that's what it is. Bracers of archery.
Okay, and you do
Yep.
get the Dread Ambusher damage as well for an extra 20.
Just on that. Yeah, just on that one attack. And that's my turn.
20.
it's a lot of health for a highwayman.
Yes, it is.
Hey, you don't know. This could have killed him.
As you're up there, Dorothy, you see 2 arrows just very quickly. And Alarin to answer yes. When you hold your action, you're holding the whole action, not just one attack. So yeah, 20 points. The individual takes the hits, but they're quickly moving, so like the damage is, negligible. All done?
Yep.
Alrighty. Highwaymen turn. The one in front of you smiles, rips the hilt out of this crossbow, where you see that it appears to be some type of sword that emanates with the shadows congealing around it, and is going
So
to
those
strike
fucking
out
are.
at you.
Oh my god.
For the first attack, that is a 17 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. What's your armor class without your armor?
Without my armor?
Yeah.
That's 10 plus my dex, right?
+2
11.
from 8, +2 from
Haste.
haste.
Haste. So 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does this thing ignore armor?
No.
You were just sleeping.
You were just
You were
sleeping. You don't sleep in heavy-ass armor. You sleep
Ah,
in light
fuck.
armor. Yeah.
Right.
Not all the time. You can force yourself to do it, but since nobody declared it, you weren't doing it.
It's not heavy armor, it's medium armor.
It's still
I
encumbering
know.
to sleep in. It's not like
I know.
leather. Even leather's uncomfortable. But anyways, on a 13, however, the blade will find purchase against you. The individual whips the blade around, slashing into your side, and you watch as a 5-foot cube just emanates with this pulsating darkness right around you. You take 8 piercing damage and 10 necrotic damage.
Ow!
Also, roll your necrotic damage because it is the top of their turn.
Yeah, he's gotta make a con, I think it's a con save.
Yeah, damage first, then a con save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, damage first, then save. How good's their con?
It's 1.
Not
necrotic.
bad, but still a failure.
So that'll happen every turn now. And
Awesome.
it can stack if
Yes, it
I
can.
get more wounds.
They are going to unleash their second attack against you now. Natural 14 is going to hit you.
Yeah.
So as the blade is quickly cutting through your side and whips and whirls around, they get on the other side of you, which now emanates with the same magical cube of darkness. You take 8 piercing damage and 10 necrotic as well. And now they are shrouded in this darkness that encompasses around you. The other
Not
one...
darkness. It's advanced darkness.
It's pretty good, darkness. The other one, however... Cool. The other one, however, is going to pull out their crossbow, position a bit further away, and take aim at you, Corbin. Since you took an action, you are no longer invisible.
It has disadvantage still.
Oh yeah? Which ability gives it that?
No.
If they're relying on dark vision to see him, he's invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically under greater invisibility at all times in darkness.
As long as
They
there's
rely
dark
on
vision
dark
to see.
vision. So disadvantage. Good call. Good
Oh,
call.
by the way, can Dorzen make a attack of opportunity?
No, the other one was not
didn't
like
move.
right within melee of him. They
Oh,
were
okay.
spread out. They were flanking around. Corvin, does a 17 hit you?
Yes, just hits me.
Oh, okay. The crossbow gets latched, aims out, and pew, shooting directly at you. You take 8 piercing damage, and I need you to give me a
Okay.
con save.
42. Sorry, just gotta pull the sheet. Con save.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Ooh, you're lucky. You are now under the poison condition for the next hour.
Okay.
As you feel this deep-seated poison that you are actually very familiar with, Corbin,
Oh my
take latch into you. And you see the yellow eyes just fade over as this individual staring in your general direction. Apparently pretty apt at what they do. They're going to
Yep.
latch another arrow and aim at you yet again. That's a natural 20.
It has disadvantage, Jiro.
Oh, thank you. That's a 21.
Yep.
Already.
Negate the crit.
Good. Hey, no,
Fine.
that's really good.
Fine.
You take another 8 points of piercing damage and give me another con
Okay.
save.
Oh my god. 34. Yep. Whew, these guys are hitting hard. A 3. Wow.
As this poison takes hold into you, the previous convulsion causes you to like push back against it a little bit, but then everything just seems to go dark and you collapse unconscious.
Okay.
Cool.
Lauren.
What is it with us and running into Drow?
Yeah.
They're after Corvin. It's all his fault.
Are these
mean-
drow?
They look like highwaymen.
Highwayman,
Highway Drow.
Shadow Blade, and Drow poison.
They look like highwaymen.
I think Corbin's been drinking. He just fell over.
Yeah.
No one
He's been
can
getting
even.
into
No
Princess
one
Apple
sees that I
juice too
fell
much.
over.
I mean, they see the imprint in the tall grass of a full humanoid man. Like,
Like, I wonder what could have been here.
you have party members with a higher passive than no, so you're good.
Thank God. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Alarin,
Did this one come within 60 feet of the bubble?
not within 60 feet of the bubble. Corbin was only like 10 feet or so outside of it. They were about 70 feet outside the bubble.
Oh, okay.
A quick question too is I think Corvin's within the aura of Ilarin since I think Ilarin's a paladin.
I only have 10 feet radius, and he was 10 feet away from the bubble. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, in
And
that
it's a
case,
15-foot radius, I believe, right?
No,
it's
only 10
negligible
feet.
difference, but yeah, continue.
he did see Dorson storm off, and which direction he went.
You have dark vision?
I do, 60 feet.
Fantastic. You see Dorzen, and you kind of see the other individual out there. It's just a little difficult.
Yeah, we will run off 30 miles. And so I can get a better look.
You run up and you see the imprint of an individual down there. Now that you're this close, you don't rely on the dark vision to actually see. So, like, you can see, a dropped bow and arrow, like, on either side where this imprint is lying in the grass. But you don't see him.
Oh, if he's knocked out, it specifies he knows how to. It's not like the magic.
He's lying there unconscious.
Yeah. He's
just for the effects of like attacks and relying on.
Man, I was hoping there was a downside to that. All right, go ahead.
There's a downside. You actually can still see.
Yeah. Okay, so we pass by an unconscious on the ground. So we will reach down and. Do I see any indication on why he's
the two bolts
out,
sticking in me?
Yeah,
there's two
on first glance.
There's 2 bolts in his shoulders. That's at first glance. There's 2 bolts in his shoulder. That's it. Unless you want to take a round and roll a medicine check and see if you can find out.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Yep. We'll give it a shot. Nah.
Okay. You roll the body over, and it's hard to say. I mean, these must have been some pretty precise aimed bolts. I mean, you don't think there's arteries there? Are there arteries there? Oh shit! Is he bleeding out? You don't know.
Is he still breathing at the very least? Do I see that?
He's breathing, but he's very sweaty.
Okay.
That medicine was your action.
Yep, I know. And for a bonus action, I will. I believe. Yes, I will cast Shield of Faith on Dorsen, and I'll hold up the left arm with the holy symbol and.
What's that do?
Give a quick prayer to the Changebringer.
So,
and a gust of wind carries leaves and just swirls around Dorsen.
Yes. A familiar sensation, but a foreign entity producing it. You feel this gust of wind, like just kind of like brushing their eyes, making it more difficult for them to look at you. Your AC increases by 2 for the duration of the spell.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that's your turn. You still have about 40 more feet, or not 40, 20 more feet of movement.
Oh, that was only 10 feet. Okay. Unless Corwin is convulsing too much, we'll stay where we are at the moment.
Alrighty. Jimmy, you were woken up in the exact same manner as everyone else, not knowing what the fuck's happening, but your allies are apparently leaping into action quickly.
Where's everybody going? I roll over half my movement to stand up because I'm sleeping and I'm in a onesie. I see Dorsen run out. I see Ilrin run out, and I turn and I look on the ground and I reach out. Probably the biggest thing I can get to, so ouch, and I tap in the arcane battery and turn on ouch.
All right.
And as soon as I pop that in, I go, ouch, protection protocol, come on, buddy. And you just see these glowing blue appendages like creep out of him that you've seen once before, and he rights himself up, and he's sitting right there, and I'm going to use my bonus action to have him start walking out towards the way I saw Dorsen go.
Okay, so you all watch as Jimmy's backpack takes on this bluish aura, stands on its front legs, the prongs aiming out, and starts marching forward. How far does it get?
It gets a whole 15 feet.
Alrighty. Walking on out.
I'll use my movement to... Actually, I'm inside the orb, and I'm still unarmed. So that's it. That's my action, bonus action.
Okay, so it goes out 15 feet, so it makes it right up next to Corbin.
Would I be able to see them from where I am? I do not have dark vision. I just see... Okay.
Well, you can see Corvin a little, not Corvin, you can see a Lauren and kind of the shape of Corvin, but you can't see anything past that.
He did turn on his protection protocol though, and he knows to protect party members, so I'm leaving it up to you, Jero, if I can activate that, if he's close enough to them. I don't know if he is or not. But when he's walking, he's emitting this field to protect
Absolutely.
my allies. All
So,
right.
as it moves on over, the two of you watch as this bluish pulsing energy just and encompasses around. Both of you gaining 6 temporary hit points. Corvin, you are still unconscious, but you do have 6 temporary hit points.
And that's my turn.
Fantastic. Sir Yurik.
I'm just, what's going on? I stand up, just trying to get a sense of what's going on.
Your 3 retainers already ran underneath the cart.
Yep. Good. I say, stay. And yeah, I'm going to move over to where Corvin is. This is we're still in like that's 15 feet from where I woke up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Approximate positions here. Yep. Can I hear? I guess I wouldn't be able to see these guys out
You
here.
absolutely hear it. Neither of them have had an opportunity to actually stealth. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just going to call out in some sort of celestial chant, just Lux Eterna, and I call. I cast Daylight. Just behind here.
Alrighty. So it's daylight emanates.
60-foot radius. Jeez.
Yep. Right there on the map.
It's 120 total. It's 60 foot of bright and 60 foot of dim after that.
Yeah.
So it's really nice.
Well, let's see. Do I have any bonus actions? I can.
There you go.
Pull out. Fair enough.
As it emanates, it breaks through all of the darkness in the area. Aside from the 2 blobs that are still floating around you, Dorzen.
Of course.
Yep. However, the drows do have to like shield their eyes.
They are drows.
Now that the illusions of the darkness have sifted away, you see 2 tight ponytailed men standing out here. Drow in nature with the yellow eyes hunting and shielding themselves. Very nicely adorned in armaments that are very fine silks and leathers, and are clearly here with intent. Not by
I used my reaction to fall to the ground, blinded by the sudden light, and yeah.
falling prone.
I mean, if you're still in the bubble, it is pretty much like sunglasses.
It's a little bit, but you just went from pitch black to, oh my god.
Jimmy's retinas can't handle this, man. He knows to look away.
Sorry, I didn't know that.
So?
Yeah, I can't do much else right now.
Alrighty.
Can I, like, as part of my movement and bonus action, maybe just draw my sword and shield?
Sure. I'd allow the sword or the shield.
Okay, the shield then.
Alrighty. Do. Alrighty. Corvin, for your turn, you are still unconscious. Prissa.
Oh shit. Yeah. So, yeah, Prissa. Now that there is lit up, can she look around for more? Because it's just 2 people. So, can she look around for any more dangers?
Roll a perception check.
And also, I did have Professor Yurik take my shift at the watch, so he should be awake too. Can I bonus action to have him help me out
Sure.
with this perception check?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
21. These 2 seem to be the only people in the area aside from yourselves.
So I'm assuming that's my action. For the moment, I'm still gonna keep the bubble up by staying in it, but I have planned for next time, so that's my turn.
Alrighty. Dorzen, is now your turn.
And Dorzen now know this is a drow.
Yes, you do.
Dorzen be pissed.
Yes, he be.
Bonus action fighting spirit.
Alright.
I have advantage on all my attacks this turn.
Good shit, good shit.
Oh, hey, and you get 3 attacks.
Yeah, 3. Attack number 1.
Oh my god.
21 hits, 16 does not.
The 21
21 is-
wasn't a hit. It was
Perception.
that was
Oh,
perception.
16 does not hit.
That's on point with what Dorzen rolls, though.
Always
attack
pairs.
number 2.
18 hits
He is now wounded twice.
for 11 slashing. Oof. He is officially hurt.
Hasted attack.
Go for it. 22 hits
I love this sword.
for 11 more points of damage as you unleash a relentless
Action
stream of attacks. Oh, go for it.
2 more attacks.
Making me an honest DM. Go for it. 24 hits.
I love this sword.
10 slashing.
Oh,
12 misses. As you
Right.
unleash a relentless stream of attacks against this assailant, recognizing the individual that it is and the area it must stem from, you see a little brooch on his shoulder indicative to the culture that enslaved you once before. The brooch of a spider wrapping around a sarcophagus. As you unleash all these attacks, striking out over and over and stabbing at them. They're trying to parry as best they can, but they seem to be a little distracted by the daylight. All done?
Action. Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. Now it is the not highwayman's turn. He now has disadvantage on his attack rolls.
Oh, he also now takes 2d4 necrotic damage because he got wounded twice.
Go right ahead and roll that. And also,
I'm just gonna hit the wound twice so I don't have to modify it every time.
okay,
8.
8 more, and then con save, right?
Con
Yep.
save on the second one.
Yeah. All right, so the first one he did was an attack, so I'm just gonna keep that as that. Con save. What's your DC?
It's the DC of the weapon. It's 15.
He is successful. So the
Okay,
second
so
one
he
does
only
not
gets
persist.
1 wound now.
All right, cool.
And he-
However,
but he still can't regen all that damage from the wound.
no, not yet. So
No, it ends all wounds, not just one.
Oh, just no.
no, it ends
So
all
all
of
the
them.
damage from that sword.
Yeah, he
it
just
takes
ended all of it.
He
Yeah.
ends all of it. He makes the con save.
Yeah,
Wait.
it's not per attack
It
that you
says
have to
it,
keep
yeah.
track of. 5e doesn't like dilute information like that. So you got some good fucking damage in on that, but now he ends it. However, you negated his natural 20 thanks to the daylight, so it was only a natural 17 to hit. As the blade stabs into your side, you take the 8 piercing, the 10 necrotic, and then
Getting
you
real low.
watch as this darkness around you shakes, quivers, and slams into your side. You suffer an additional 21 points of necrotic damage.
I'm still up.
Second attack
I'm gonna use a warding flare on that.
to have
or-
the damage.
He
No,
already
it
has
imposes-
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he already has disadvantage.
Temporarily blind.
Gonna give him
Yet
double
again,
the
you
disadvantage.
negated a natural 20 with the disadvantage.
Holy shit.
It's nothing like 3
My
natural
God.
20.
They're all negated, so it's okay. But that's still a dirty 20 to hit.
I really wish I had my armor right now. Yes, it hits.
That is 8 points of piercing damage, 10 points of necrotic, and you watch as
I'm down.
the darkness congeals and explodes into you yet again.
I had 16 points left. I'm down.
So
It does raw 10 every hit.
roll, yeah.
Holy
As
the horse is down.
As you watch this individual swinging the shadowy blade, slashing on either side, there's these dark explosions that happen, and then Dorzen falls unconscious onto his side. The individual then starts taking off, shielding their eyes as best they can over towards your group. Not closer to his ally. That would be stupid. But he is encroaching upon all of you as quickly as he can. The other one is going to take their turn now. Also distracted by this burning light, shoots directly over at Alarin. Okay, I'm not fucking with you. It's another natural 20, but still disadvantage.
What the
So
hell?
it's only an 11 to hit.
Yeah, that Lauren just dodges out of the way of that.
It goes shooting directly towards you, and you just seeing the distraction in their eyes, but the kill of intent that he possesses. It loads again and just squints through this incredible brightness. That one is a 14 to hit, Alarin.
No, dodges as well.
Alrighty. You keep dodging out of the way of both of them as best as you can, and this individual is streaking further away, trying to get out of this blinding light and flanking around towards the side of each of you. You also hear it shout out, "We will be taking back our property tonight." Alarin.
Yeah. Sir Yorick, please help Dorsen and Corvin. And Elarn will take off feline agility to catch up with the one trying to flank.
Ready? Just quickly, all fours, and the individual goes, "Fucking tabaxi."
And with a quick trace over the armor, he will cast Shield of Fate on himself with his magic armor, and he will draw his blade and attack twice using a bonus action for the armor. And yeah, this bastard has it coming.
Yeah, that's fair. You have advantage on these attacks.
Oh, I do. So that's the first attack.
18 will hit.
And that's the second attack.
26 will hit.
Yeah, and this is not a nice guy. He deserves some smiting.
So, how about you describe what your weapon looks like since you're using it for the first time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As Alarin's blade is a double-bladed scimitar, and he draws it from his back and spins around as he runs in, gives it a slash, and does more or less a spin and goes with the back end of the blade. I have a hard time describing these things. But either
He
way,
grabs the blade, twirling it around himself and spinning, going forward backhand as it's a double-edged, double-sided blade on either end of the hilt itself, acting almost like a whirlwind of attacks.
It's more graceful, like a dance, than a fighting style in itself.
Alrighty. So, go ahead and roll your damages.
Yeah, and I will be
when you
adding
smite,
smites
it
to
is a
both of
double.
these attacks.
When you smite, it is a double-bladed lightsaber. Yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
So that's the weapon damage,
All right. 20 total.
and first smite will be a first level for another 6,
Alrighty.
and a second level for the last hit for another 23.
So as you go running up, being very nice, Sir Yura, can you please go help them? Run over at this individual who literally is surprised motherfuckered, and you just start unleashing these swirling, graceful attacks, cutting in and choking against them. They're taken aback by your brutish attack formation, but they seem to be analyzing you in response to it. So that's 20, 43, 49 points of damage, right?
49, yeah.
Alrighty. All right, they take the hits. They don't seem to enjoy that very much, but they are still analyzing you and your fighting tactic as best as they can. Jimmy.
I look over my shoulder. I see a Lauren doing fucking crazy bladed, shining light stuff. Dorzen's falling down. I reach for my belt and start attaching it to my waist as I kind of like hop up, pull my butt flap up, and make my way out of the bubble. So get about 15 feet. I'd say probably right next to Corbin.
All right.
And I think at that point, I would tell Ouch to stay, and it would give out another pulse of that energy.
All right, go ahead, roll it again.
For 11 temporary hit points, yeah.
All right, Corvin, change your temporary hit points over to 11. Sir Yurik, add 11 temporary hit points to yourself.
Jiro, how would you rule it if I rolled lower? Just out of curiosity.
The new stack will go on top.
Okay, good to know for the future. All right.
So if you roll really high, stick with it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's
You basically choose.
That's your turn.
Action, half movement. Yep, I'm good.
Alrighty, Sir Yurik, it is now your go.
How is it possible?
Also, your
to,
concentration's gone, so don't worry about that.
Is it possible to cure poison by using a healer's kit? As an action?
The healer's kit would not heal the poison necessarily.
You can do it with an alchemy kit.
Yeah. Or you could do it with, I believe, lay on hands for 5.
I don't
Or
have
some
that.
ointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corbin will have to wait, but I'm using a bonus action to cast Healing Word on Dorzen,
Alrighty.
and then I'm moving up over here. Oh, let's see. There. Trying to get in the middle of them.
Alrighty.
Uh,
So go ahead and roll your healing word.
yeah.
Would you say we're limited to 4 words? Yurik, is he dead?
No, he's poisoned. I'm casting it at the second door.
And it's 4 words for everyone else. On his turn, he's fine. And it's 4 words for the round, so keep that in mind. Dorzen, as you start falling down to the ground, feeling the whisking winds trying to catch you as best you can, the divine glow behind you becomes almost a burn, but more of a comforting grasp as soon as your head reaches the surface of the soft plains, you gain this little bit of a hug from the light that then invigorates you, and you shoot up with 7 hit points. You're still prone, but you're now conscious.
Better than what I was.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my action to cast, or to use Channel Divinity Radiance of the Dawn.
Ooh.
So 2d10 plus 7 damage, unless they fail, or unless they succeed at a Constitution save. Both of them.
Both of them have to use their con saves, correct?
Yeah. DC 15.
The first one near Dorzen is successful.
Damn it.
What's your DC? I believe it is
15.
15?
Yeah.
Thought it went up. Did it not go up since last level?
Let's see. We still have 3 proficiency. No, it's actually 14.
14. Okay. Cool. Well, then they are successful on a 14. So both of them are successful, so they suffer half damage.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll your
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage on each of them as you present your symbol, and it causes them to shriek backwards a little bit.
And it also dispels any magical darkness, but I suppose that's already gone. So.
Oh yeah, you handled that one already. Yeah, daylight.
Would have been really useful a turn ago.
That, maybe. Corvin, it is now your turn. You're still lying there. It's the poison just caused your body to lock up, and you're still stuck in this just held position right now.
Oh, I know what poison it is.
Yup. Sorry. Still no turn.
No, it's all good. I know
Prissa.
what poison it is.
Yeah.
So in response to hearing them say they'll be taking back their property, Prissa is going to get angry because she's remembering Grunt, she's remembering Alfie, she has an idea who these figures
Remembering
are,
Dorzen.
and they're representing, and so she's going to step out of her bubble. The squares, is it that...
5 feet.
5 feet? Okay, it is 5 feet. All right. She's going to step up and get near Jimmy and say, "Not today," and then she's going to cast that spell that she learned from Magum.
Ooh, which one are you targeting?
At level 2. The one that is most wounded, because she's gonna
The one
take
by
advantage of
Dorzen?
that. Yep.
Go right ahead and roll that for us.
I'm just gonna move her.
Please roll it in the chat for us. So, you all watch as she raises her hand towards the individual, and Dorzen, as you are like moving, you see their body is like shaking, and the wound at their side spreads wide open, and the blood just starts much more thinly pouring out of them as you begin focusing. So you did this at 2nd level, so roll your 3d4, please. 11. So,
I mean, for flavor purposes too, can I say that the scars on her arm that she was tortured with kind of glow a little bit?
absolutely.
Like,
So, you start focusing on that, and you watch the blood is just flowing, and they look at you confused. And they will suffer that damage at the start of each of their turns. Dorzen.
Okay, so Dorzen gets up, half my movement. How far away is this guy?
The guy right in front of you, he only moved up about 15 feet or so. Or,
I can reach him with my half 20 feet of movement.
yeah.
Gonna get right up to him.
All right. He sees you just stand back up and goes, "You wish to die then. Fine."
No. I wish to kill you. Bonus actions, fighting spirit again.
Now,
Need that temporary hit points.
Prissa, keep in mind your haste did end on him when he fell
no, yeah,
unconscious.
but true, but it was also when he was unconscious, so it shouldn't have an effect. I think.
No, it has no effect. I'm just saying, like, it's gone.
Oh yeah.
So your concentration is wide open again for that spell.
No, that's why I used it.
Cool.
Would he lose Shield of Faith for me as well then?
Yes.
But
Oh,
I thought it stayed up as long as I kept concentration on it.
Shield of Faith does not specifically say that you lose it, so that one is fine. Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't say until they fall unconscious. It says you shield them.
Gotcha.
Haste, however, says until it falls unconscious, so he's gone. So
okay.
go ahead. Go ahead, Dorzen. Fighting Spirit, running, charging
Attack number
after
1.
him. 25 hits.
He is now wounded again.
Another grievous wound.
And attack number 2. Oh.
26 hits.
Have I said how much I love this sword?
For a total of 20, as you run up to the individual, grabbing your blades and cutting on either end, gashing deeply inside of them, and looking at the wound as the blood, it's flowing a lot more easily. All done?
Yeah.
Alrighty. The Highwayman's turn. He suffers the 11 points from you, Prissa. No save.
Oh, and my D4 necrotic.
And then your D4 necrotic. 1. No save. Now he has a save to end the effect. Which fortunately he... Oh, wait. This is a mechanical thing that I didn't think of. 1 second. Your blade, is it considered a grievous wound?
That's actually a good question. I think it just calls it a wound.
Yeah. It does not call it a grievous wound, no.
Okay. So they are successful ending yours, but you do see, like, the area that you just gashed into their chest, although it flooded much more freely, it then, like, kind of seals up a little bit. But Pris's, like, the body is trying to tighten, but it's not being allowed to for some reason.
Gotcha.
Oh, wow, that would have been broken, because if that was a grievous wound, then it wouldn't have closed because of Pris's spell. Ah. Highwayman's turn, though. He spins back to you. That is a natural 1. He misses. He swings the blade over, but this time you are... There is karmic justice. Another natural 1. So, as he brings the 2 blades, you simply and easily just, like, parry and push against his open wound, causing him to recoil quickly, trying to wonder what the fuck is going on and why this isn't closing. He seems completely taken aback by this magic. The other one, next to you, Alarin, ends up doing the same thing, pulling the hilt of this crossbow out, dropping the crossbow itself, and then a shadowy blade starts appearing.
Quick question. Is that a spell that he just did?
It is not a spell, no.
Okay.
Are there shadows?
No, that's why it's interesting. So, technically, your radiance says dispels all magical darkness, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that explains the 2 natural 1s. He goes swinging at you with a hilt. There's no blade there. It is literally a blade of darkness. But the other guy's was not out yet. Shink, it's out now. He's going to attack you twice, Alar. At disadvantage. Dirty 20 to hit.
Just hits.
Alrighty. Did he hit you last round? No?
He did not.
Awesome. So, as it strikes into you with the first attack, you take your 8 piercing and 10 necrotic, as there's little magical darkness appears right by your side. Next attack, I don't think a 14 hits you, right?
No, it does not.
He goes swinging, and this time you manage to parry it out of the way, spinning in a very ostentatious way that he's not used to deflecting. Alarin.
Yeah, I'll give him back what for. With the three quick spins and strikes.
16 misses, unfortunately.
Yeah, just normal rolls now, correct?
No, you still have advantage.
Ah.
Yeah. 21 hits. 3 attacks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, your blade. Yeah, 22 hits. Awesome.
Yes, bonus action attack for the third one.
Yep.
And that strike he did land on me did hurt quite a bit, so we will smite on both again.
Go for it. Whew. 22. Hey, what'd this guy do to you?Hy are you being so mean? Go ahead and roll
he
your
attacked us. Oof, that was a low one.
That's a low.
And another high one.
I mean, hey, it all balances out, right?
Yeah.
So, as you
Sure
unleash
does.
these attacks and you shoot off with this divine fury, you watch as your gashing blade, there's just a boost of wind that cuts and causes it to even elongate the attack, causing him to really recoil in defense of this. I think that represents the Changebringer. A cutting wind. Cool.
Pretty nice. And that will be Alarm's turn.
Sorry, I haven't had an opportunity to actually narrate the Changebringer's smite, so I'm enjoying this part. Nice.
Yeah,
Jimmy, your turn. Muted. Still muted. Yep.
Okay, yeah. No, I've been navigating a financial crisis at the moment.
I gotcha.
But yeah, Jimmy saw doors in. He's back on his hooves, right?
Yep.
All right. Looking down, Corvin's still not moving.
His body is like jerking every now and again, but like he's just not being able to unrelax his body.
I've seen that before. Could be shot, could be poison, could be a million things. I'm reaching down to my holster, taking out my, let's call it a piece, and I'm going to train it at the one who is next to Dorzen.
Alrighty.
And you guys watch as I hold up this mechanical tube-looking device. For our purposes, it's a gun, but it has a very large tube, and as he holds it in place for a moment, you see a glow start to emanate from the end of it, and the entire gun starts to glow bright orange, and like some smoke starts coming off. I'm casting Overheat.
Oh.
And this is basically 3 attacks.
At advantage.
That's a nat 20 on the third one.
Yep. And this is the equivalent of the fire spell that has the triple attack.
Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray. Yep.
Okay, so you have 2 Scorching Rays that hit and 1 that crits.
Yeah.
You all watch as this hand cannon just... And the third one kind of pushes you back a little bit.
It lets off like a machine gun. Like it just goes, like it's the entire clip unloads as it just goes. And yeah, Jimmy's like shaking his body as he's firing this thing off.
Chris, I'm just gonna come over and start turning you towards the other one after that one's dead.
2. There you go. So 28 points of fire damage.
You actually needed all 3 to kill this one. So how do you want to do this?
As this guy's probably turned facing doors in.
Yep.
I scream, "Look out!" and let off like a flurry of these shots that just glow and erupt. And Dorzen, you watch as you see just streaks fly through this dark elf individual of light, and blood just coming out. He collapses to the ground.
Alrighty. So, as the giant bolts of this, like almost like a cannon, like a literal freaking fireball, just goes shooting, slamming into the individual. All 3 of them hit in different parts of the body and incinerate, piercing through and shooting them to the ground, knocking them completely dead and decimated.
I think I got him.
After the smoke settles, all you see is Dorzen.
And I go, "Ouch, help him." And Ouch starts making his way 15 feet closer over in Dorzen's direction.
Okay. It still has a ways to go to get within the
aura, a ways. It's slow as hell.
All right.
That's it.
Sir Yurik, you just saw that display, and let me tell you, it echoed through this entire freaking plains.
His butt flap came undone again, too.
I was about to do more or less the same thing, so I'm, let's see. Yeah, I'm moving up a bit here and casting Scorching Ray on this guy.
Go right ahead. Advantage on all 3 attacks.
Yep.
17 just barely hits. 25, 26. All right. As all 3 of them going shooting off machine gun style again, but this time being held by a holy symbol projecting in that direction. That is 33 points of damage?
Yep.
33. Woo! He definitely does not like that at all.
And if he has resistance, this ignores it.
Yeah, he didn't, but yeah, it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, Luthal! Do either of you speak Elvish? Sir Yurik or Ilarn?
Let me see. I don't think I do.
I do not. Dwarvish and Celestial.
Alrighty, he spoke
Yeah,
that word.
same here.
That's your turn, right? Bonus anything?
Oh yeah, bonus action. I'm going to use healing word again on Dorsey.
You cast a leveled spell this turn.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Healing
no.
word's a bonus action.
Sorry, I can't do anything.
No, once you cast a leveled spell, that's it. Unless you
Oh.
take the feat spell driver, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lets you cast a second level or lower spell as well.
All right, Corvin, after the loud cacophonous blast that shakes the earth around you, I'm giving you another con save. As technically you're being shaken.
That is kind of you,
Yeah.
because that technically wouldn't do it. But yeah,
Okay, you're still paralyzed. I'm sorry.
yeah. No, you're fine.
Prissa, Corvin,
I'll go back to my thing.
his body literally just off the ground after the large explosion and just
So one's dead, and how does the other one look?
bloodied.
Alright, yeah. So I'm gonna stay near Corvin because, you know, he's my bodyguard, but I take care of my bodyguard. But I'm going to go ahead and cast a firebolt on... No?
Go for it. You have advantage.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus, this party has so much fire. Unfortunately, 14 will not hit as you kind of like stand over there and you shoot it out in that direction, but last second you kind of see like Ilarin moving into the streak, so you're like, ah! And you hesitate just enough for it to shoot wide.
Then he hits it with his lightsaber and it like dings off somewhere else.
If you miss,
It's not a lightsaber.
or it misses and goes off to Yurik, and I bounce it off my shield to hit the guy.
No.
But we just Captain America. this
You don't
firebolt.
have that
to, like,
feat yet. Dorzen, you recognize this poison. They use it very commonly in the Underdark. All you need to do is shake him and he will break out of it.
Alright, before I do that, I'm going to use my bonus action to second wind.
Okay.
Damn.
Max!
Oh yeah, you caught that wind.
Alright, and Dorzen will use however much movement he needs to, and I'll even use my action to shake him awake.
Yep. So as you lean over, grabbing him by the shoulders and start shaking him vigorously,
Wake up!
the body like pushes the poison through him quick enough that the wound kind of just pushes it out, and you're finally out
Wake
of it, Corvin.
Fucking drow.
Yep. Fucking drow.
Book and Drow.
All right, so that's your turn. It is this individual's turn. Take your attack of opportunity, Ilarin.
I will do so.
Alrighty.
Critical.
19.
Get advantage on the attack of opportunity.
Yes, of course. 19 hits.
And we'll fucking smite.
Fucking
The
smite.
last,
What
the,
level
la-
smite?
the last, first level. The only one I have left.
Already. As you bring your blade around, cutting into the heel just a little bit, he stumbles, but keeps running. 13 was not enough. Just barely not enough. He has 1 hit point. He starts running
Shut
away
up!
from you
Shut up!
until eventually he breaks out of this area, and then you watch as his body disappears.
Like, does it magically disappear, or is it just disappears into the underbrush?
It seems to congeal around the shadows outside of the daylight, and then disappears.
Damn low rolls.
Alrighty.
You don't have anything to reroll a 1 or something?
I do
Ilarin.
not.
A 1 becomes a 2 or something like that.
Ilarin.
Yeah. Was this anything similar to Misty Step?
Yes, it was. Different, of course, but similar.
You know what? Just to since I stood still a little bit, I'll see if I can find him. And basically, feline agility 60 feet after to see if I can see him.
Okay. You run your 60 feet. What's your passive?
It is 14.
You see that he made it another, like, what is it? 30, 30, so that's 60, and then 60, 120 feet away from you right now.
Oh,
Not from
shit,
your
he can
current
go that
position. He's 60 feet away from you from your current position.
Yeah, damn it, it's too fast for me then.
What about
I can only
action
get-
dash?
I can only get 30 feet closer. Yeah, I can action dash, but then I have nothing else.
Yeah,
just
no,
gonna
I'll
move
action,
really
Can you
I'll-
point in
I'll-
its general direction?
yeah,
Are
he
you,
went this way.
are you gonna
And
dash
I will
up
action
there?
dash. Yeah,
Already?
I'm gonna action dash after.
You go running after him. Don't you have bonus action attack?
No, that's only if I use my main action to attack.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
Don't have the
otherwise I
offhand.
would have done it.
no problem. Alrighty, that's you. Jimmy, you hear Lauren shout out over this way. However, your range of vision does not streak out that far.
Yeah, and see Corbin, I use my action to help him up to his feet.
Alright.
And
Thanks.
looking over in the direction of Ylarin, I'm just going to holster, and I'll have Ouch hit Dorzen just with a little puff of goodness, since he's been out of the field for some time.
All right, Dorson, you feel the invigorating presence from this tiny little crawl bot that I swear we will have a token for next time. And
No
you
problem.
gain 9 temporary hit points.
I don't.
Does that stack on top of the 5 I got from my?
No, you
It
can only
can-
have 1 instance of temporary hit points at a time.
Yeah,
The newest
So
source
you
get
have
is
9 instead of 5. Who are those people? What happened to you, Corbin?
You have 4 words, Corvin.
I already said thanks, Jimmy, too.
Oh, so 2 words.
I'll explain.
I'll explain. All right, and that's it. I'm just looking over my shoulder. I'm done.
Sir Yurik, you see the general direction they were headed, but you cannot see either of them currently after they make it past the darkness. Or the light. Humans.
Can I make out sort of based on the sound, sort of?
You could make out the view of 2 individuals running. One of them, you have a high passive, right? 16?
Yes,
That's pretty
16,
high.
yeah.
Yeah, one of them's on all 4s. The other one is running bipedal.
Right. So, yeah, I'm bit going off on a limb here. I'm just gonna cast Fireball in the area where I think they might be.
Fireball.
Yeah.
All right, roll the damage. Ilarian, give me a dex save.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Not
you-
advantage on that one.
No,
14.
that's a success.
Oh,
That's
shit.
That's a very good fireball.
That's a
Yeah.
very good fireball. As it shoots out, you see this tiny strip of this divine light, and you're like, guiding bolt. And it just incinerates the area, and the body of the drow is completely engulfed in this flame. Luckily, you narrowly dodge out of the way on all 4s, still taking the brunt of the force, but not the actual convulsion of the blast. So you only suffer 20.
No, I don't. I suffer 10.
No,
no,
he
you don't.
ignores resistance to fire.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
No,
Yorick, you bastard!
No, this is not resistance to fire. This is resistant to spell damage.
It's resistant to all spell damage.
We'll
That's
we'll
why
move
it's so
forward
nice.
with it, but we'll feel it out in a second. But
Yeah.
anyways, as their body is completely incinerated, from that blast because they had 1 hit point. You all have a moment just to catch your breath.
No such kill as overkill.
No.
All right, they're gone. They're just gone.
Sorry about that, Illirin. I hope you're well. I'm going to heal it, of course. Just come back here.
Just a slight singe. Nothing to worry about. How is Corvin doing?
I think he's been poisoned. Those arrows don't look good either.
Brow poison.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get you something.
Let me take a look. And Alarin will put 5 points of lay on hands to remove poison.
Alrighty. You watch as through the wound, this greenish, congealing little bit of poison just seeps out of you and just like falls off, almost like a weight from you, Corvin. And you feel so much better. You heard everything happening while you were like that.
Well, I'm unconscious. I can't hear anything.
Because of the nature of this, I'm gonna say you heard everything.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know which ones they were coming for you, but they probably have a mark on them. Someone should look through their things.
Prissa's doing that, but if someone would like to help, that'd be appreciated.
I'll help because I probably know where they keep things.
Okay.
I'm guessing there wasn't much left of the fireballed one.
It's
no.
Prissa.
There is like a slightly smoldering husk. That's it.
Sorry, I may have been a bit overboard.
Zero,
It was
investigation for the drow to see everything he has.
Go ahead, investigate.
Nice.
You have advantage.
Yes, yep. Okay.
While they're looking at the corpse, I'm going to start casting Prayer of Healing.
Wondrous.
At 4th level.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, so investigating through the body very carefully during this time, Sir Yurik finishes his prayer and the daylight does subside, correct? It's only like 10 minutes or something?
No, 1 hour, but I can't dismiss it.
Hey guys, it's morning.
I mean, we might as well move now.
Only one of you completed their long rest.
Yeah, and for me, it doesn't matter. Because I'm fucked anyway.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah, only one of you finished a long rest.
We can still continue the long rest since we weren't fighting for more than 5 minutes, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we can? Thank God.
We'll give Prissa 10 minutes to set up the bubble. You guys can rest, and then she'll take 10 minutes out to set up the bubble again.
Wondrous. So, as you start looking through this individual's garbs, you do notice they're wearing some type of defining symbol within the Underdark. Prissa, you originally intended on doing your thesis on the Underdark and the nature of it. You recognize this as the holy symbol of one of the deities that, well, they're the betrayer gods, but
need me to do a religion check?
Are commonly worshipped. Yes, please.
Would Dorzen just know, recognizing the symbol?
Not necessarily. You would know what they call it, but do you understand Undercommon, Dorzen?
No. I know Sylvan, so if they spoke Elf, I could probably root it.
So what'd you get on a religion?
I got a 17.
I got an 11, surprisingly.
So, Dorzen, you know the word they use, and the word they use for it translates to, whoever understands Elvish, to the Spider Queen. These are worshippers and followers of the court that follows the Spider Queen. Among the most gnarly of worshipping groups out there. In addition, you do find the top portion of their crossbow, a small blackened gem that has a radiating heat coming off of it, and a spell book.
Yeah, Prissa's gonna take that spell book.
Mm-hmm.
What about the stupid powerful shadow knife?
You don't see it anywhere.
Nope.
Um,
I'm gonna
Except
grab
the
the
evil
gem.
ability they have, I think.
so what else did the show have? Like, was he
Hero.
wearing leather armor and stuff, or?
I heard you, Corvin. Go ahead.
Yep.
And
I just grabbed the gem.
also, Corvin, with your 13 sleight of hand, anybody who has a passive of 13 or higher, you notice that he's kind of taking a small piece of paper out of one of the pockets as Pris is looking it over and tries, like, sticking it into his coat.
Something you want to share with the class?
It's probably just more of their hit targets. It'd be good information for Vox Machina and Iman to have when we get back.
Well, it could be.
Insight check.
Yes.
Go for
Could
it.
be
Would
good.
you mind letting me see that?
Oh, yeah, Prissy, he's a nice guy. He's definitely telling the truth.
Do I get an insight since we caught him?
I mean, if you want to, sure.
Yes!
Would he give
25.
it to the leader of
you
the
lying?
group?
That is a good question. Corvin, do you relinquish it over to the leader of the group? Ipso facto leader.
Yeah.
Alongside Yurik.
Yeah, sure.
Also, I got 25.
I'll give it
I
to
beat
you.
you 16.
Yeah, definitely.
I understand you did.
Yeah.
You can tell him. Definitely. I mean, is it alive?
He has an
Probably
ulterior
lists or something.
motive. That's what you can discern.
Yeah.
Ilarin,
I'll hand it to Lauren.
do you understand Undercommon?
I do not.
It's gibberish.
Well, I suppose Scanlan would be able to decipher this.
Decipher what?
Do any of you speak that language? Or read it?
I mean, Prissa was studying the Underdark
Mm,
at one point.
Yeah, I originally was going to do a dissertation on the Underdark, but then it sort of changed into more of a social studies of the Myriad being back.
See, would you mind reading this out then?
Prissa will read it.
Alrighty. As you were looking through, it takes you a moment to translate because, it's not the language that you use most preferably, but you are able to get it out over a few short sentences or so. So, it reads, "You must find the spider that has left the nest. Our weave is growing thinner without it, and apparently it ceased to feed something other than our queen. It is rumored to have been tracking through this territory of the surface. Find it, tranquilize it, return it to its den. Kill all others that recognize it."
Quick question: Can I make some sort of check to figure out what they might be referring to?
Insight?
Guys, why were those people attacking us? I don't.
Didn't you all deal with Drow before down below? You may have offended someone.
From what they said in common, I felt like they were looking for someone.
Most likely me. I was enslaved by Drow for a few years.
They've invested a lot of money in him.
Oh,
Prissa?
Would you be this?
I don't mean to come off as some sort of... If it sounds like an accusation, that is not how I mean it, but... Corbin, you seemed awfully insistent on trying to hide that note from us. Care to elaborate on why?
Merely stated that it had something to do with... I didn't even look at it yet. I kind of noticed it mentioned something had left the nest, but... I remember Dorzen talking about something, and I thought we could bring it up later, after us hiding.
Dorzen, with your insight check against that level of opposition to it, he's being very defensive about that. And Prissa, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Whatever it is referred to as an object, not a person. You understand Drow culture enough that when they value an individual, they are treated as and referred to with a title as well as dignifying them as a person. But the verbiage they use intuitively leans towards object. That initially would lean towards Dorzen, correct. But the fact that they sent this level of guard after it and apparently have referred to it in some type of way as if it is defecting. It's awfully suspicious to you.
And putting the pieces together, I think Prissa would have a general idea and would kind of message Corvin, use the spell message Corvin. It's like, when you have time, can we have that talk we mentioned earlier?
You can reply.
Hearing that, yeah, he's not going to reply, but he's going to unclasp the bracer on his left arm, pause for a moment, take it off, and roll back the sleeve. And on him is a mark of a slave, but also the mark of a house.
The same house that these individuals are wearing.
I see we have matching tattoos. Similar, not matching, obviously.
You have the same mark of a slave. That of a web and a chain around it, but his is relative to the house itself, as if the house owned him and maybe...
Were you guys, like, in a gang or something together?
This is
No,
what Drow
Jimmy.
do to their slaves.
Human interaction is not normal for me, I guess, to explain these things. I can
If
put
it
on a good
helps.
face.
If it helps, I'm not human.
I guess
Oh,
human
never
wasn't the
mind.
correct word. I guess human wasn't the
Those
correct
are
word as
the
he
only
looks
human
around
beings.
to everyone else.
Civil interaction.
Civil interaction. I can put on a good face, but protecting one's identity was always important in a job. I chose to leave them and their ways. It's the only ways I really know of. For 80 years, I lived down there. But I have a certain set of skills that allow me to take care of their people that seem to step out of line. I don't have the hindrances of light like them, but they sent quite a team for me, and I honestly didn't even think I meant that much to them. I apologize for putting you all at this.
It's not your fault, Corvin. But as long as you stick with
don't
us, we'll
it
keep you
seem to.
safe too.
Yes, we look after each other.
But how did they find you?
Worry what?
Zen, I think you're lagging out a little bit.
Yeah, you are.
The goddess has many eyes. Me?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
goddess has many eyes.
So
She
you
can see
think
a lot.
maybe back in Iman?
No, I don't. I guess there are literal eyes, but
You're going super roboto now.
when a queen, one of the yes, sorry, am I?
Yeah.
Oh shit, is it better now?
I didn't even hear what you said.
Oh, I was just gonna say when a queen is in favor with Lolth, she will give them information on things they ask. They don't need to have human eyes on me. Normal eyes.
So you do know about the Underdark.
Yes, and I can read Undercommon. And I have been to the Underdark for 80 years, Jimmy. 80.
Hey, Corvin, if you have time, if you don't mind too, may I ask you some pertinent questions about the Underdog? I originally was going to do my dissertation on it, but I didn't get as many details as I wanted. And
Prissa, I don't think he wants to talk about it.
Sorry.
We can speak of things later.
Yes.
I
Let us.
would just suggest that if there is any information you haven't shared yet that may potentially involve further attacks from these assassins or their ilk.
Seeing as they're going for me, I don't know really why, nor was I expecting it.
No.
It'd be kind of hard for me to have any information on that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm just I just want to. If we are all on the same side here, so we just need to work together. And but secrecy is something that can undermine our trust in each other.
I can tell you this: I will not steal from you. I will not kill you.
Well, that is very
In your sleep.
worrying.
I'm not saying I could kill you I could hear what was going on. You all can handle yourselves quite well. But
All I'm saying is that if there is something that may potentially put the rest of us at harm or in harm's way, then we deserve to know about it, don't you think?
do you not have anything that could affect us?
Look, guys,
Anyway.
it's getting kind of tense. I feel safer. We all made it out of there alive, and it seems like you guys are pretty capable. You're fast, and I look right at Dorzen. I've never seen anybody move that quick before, and
He makes
That was magic.
you made like the sun appear. How did you even do that? Turning to Yorick,
Well, I didn't. It was by the.
I don't like being attacked, but I mean, honestly, I feel safe.
Yes.
Jimmy, what
Yes.
is that in your hand that you're clutching so tightly to? The giant cannon, I'm assuming he still has.
Oh no! I holstered that once I helped you up. But
It
yeah,
is
it's
sagging his onesie down a little bit.
You've seen my dude. I've used this before. We've gone hunting,
Oh,
and
good
I'm
point.
scared
Oh,
away.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
point.
A giant
Yeah.
comes towards you.
Seems to be
But
better.
as the tensions are high and you all decide what you're going to continue doing, I think this is a good place for us to end for the evening. So, players, thank you very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you